Okay, you guys, shalom, shalom, shalom. And shalom means peace. I I you guys, sometimes you just gotta roll with the punches. So my ring light, I could not stabilize it. And it's the only thing that I have right now to do this live. Um, y'all probably can't even see me. My lighting ain't the best right now. But this wig is giving like anyways, my ring light did not cooperate. So I was just gonna hold the phone and do the live until I realized that I had a device that it's basically for lazy people. I bought it off of I bought it off of Timu. I bought it off of Timu. Hey, sweet Shanice, thank you so much. Thank you, sis. I bought it off of Timu, and basically you clip it on a piece of whatever, and you put your phone here. And when you're in, so what it's supposed to be when you're in bed, the phone is up, and you can watch the phone while you're in bed. Um, Talk about overstimulation, but it's working right now for me. If it stops, I had to learn how to rigor it real quick. That's why it's good to have a man in your life. But anyways, never mind that. So now I'm feeling better. I got my beverage. You guys know that I get dry mouth really quick. This is peach juice. It's so good because it's real peach juice. It's so good. So Real is about to join. Um, we do this series called What If. It's usually on Real Odds and Evens channel. Actually, my thumbnail, it's supposed to say What If at the top, but I'm getting used to doing different things. So baby steps, guys. Baby step, guys. Baby steps. And I think I scheduled this an hour earlier because it was more convenient for Real. And I'm thinking about, I have a coworker, she's been out for a while due to getting an injury. So I'm thinking about maybe should I make something for her or not? I don't know. Um anyway, so we're gonna have some candid conversations. We're gonna talk about the things that people don't want to talk about, might not might not be might not think is real, might not think is fake. People might have the same thoughts that we do or different ones. When we're on Reels channel, give me a give me a second. I'm sorry, y'all. When we're on Reels channel, um, he doesn't have StreamYard, so we're gonna have a special guest on. Um, and I'm really happy to have this special guest on. Um, and so yeah, so we usually do this on Reels channel. That way it could be the two of us. But sometimes, and you know what, I when we do our series, I look in the chat a lot. I do that too on my when I'm doing a live by myself because I want to, because the chat things that people put in the chat are very, very necessary to the conversation. Not only necessary to the conversation, but it validates some of the stuff that we say, and then it also gets me, at least me, to think different ways about things. I do ask a lot of questions of Real. He is younger than me, but I we have different thought processes, and we've been through different things, and we're we're both we're both otherworldly, having had different experiences, but we agree on a lot of things. And hey Vaughn, yo, what's up, sis? Yo. um and then we can enlighten each other on different things. So when we're on my channel, we will have guests. We will have a special guest. The special guest could be the same person, or and then I think that as long as I can keep everything respectful. As long as I can keep everything respectful, we can have the people in the chat come up. What's up, Realski Broski? What's up? What's up?
What's
How are you
going
feeling?
on? Just a little tired, but I came. How are you?
No.
What happened?
You're tired?
No, not like that. But you know what I'm saying. Like I was doing a whole lot of things for
The homeless?
everything, everybody, and trying to get things situated with these people in some sizes because we was having a language barrier with this woman because we was trying to see if I can get her some baby clothes because you know my sister we was able to get some clothes from Target and Walmart that was given.
Ooh, I love baby clothes from Target. That's where I
Right.
go to get my friend clothes for her kids. Hey Vonsky, boop.
Hey, Senna. Hey, Rio.
I can't hear you guys.
Buddy, you can't hear me?
Like barely hear either one of you guys.
Hold up.
Okay, I'm not loud and extra like usual. So
Can you hear me now?
yeah, can you hear me now?
I can hear you guys, but barely.
Turn let me see if I can turn my volume up.
Ew, I don't like the way I look up here.
Hey, it is what it is. We in
You
here.
guys should see me.
Right.
Vaughn, I can't hear you the worst. Like I can hear Real a little bit, but I can't hear you the
Okay, I'm
worst.
gonna come
and if
back.
you guys are wondering, Vaughn is our special guest.
Of course. Hello. Hold on. Let me
Vaughn is
I'll
our
drop.
special guest. Because Vaughn is okay, Vaughn's gone. She's gonna come back. Say something real. Let me see.
All right, what's going on? Can you
It's
hear me?
still, I don't. It must be something on my end. I don't know. It took a lot for me to get up here. I was having some difficulties, but we can keep this short and sweet. Okay. I'm not. If you're tired, we're definitely not gonna. We're not gonna go down a
No,
rabbit hole.
it's fine. It's fine. And y'all don't mind this. I know some people gonna be asking about why does he got a freaking purple star in his face? Well, sometimes when you eat little certain things, you can develop little thingy things called pimples. So this is a celiac acid.
I can't even see it.
Oh, I don't know if you see it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I see it.
It's a celiac acid star, so it's supposed
Yeah.
to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's
And they
supposed
work too.
Oh, they do.
Yeah, they work. They work.
Oh.
It'll dry that pimple out overnight. So in the morning it'll be gone.
Oh, I
Yeah.
got that from
Yeah,
one of the.
that's the best way to do it instead of picking at it and doing stuff. Look, say something, Vaughn.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear Vaughn.
Do I sound bad?
No.
Okay, so we're good. So Vaughn, this is not going to be a long live because hey King Drip, because Real is not feeling tired, and I know that we were supposed to do this later. Okay, King Drip, I'm going to add you to the stage in a little bit. Let me just ask Real this one question. Vaughn, if you got a question. Real, did you have a King Drip, I promise you, you can come up, but let me just uh
Drip King.
uh real. Hey Anaya.
What's going
Hey
on, man?
Anaya, cooking dinner and listening in. Thank you. Thank you so much for coming in.
Hey, big sis. Hey,
Um
guys. Hi.
yeah. So real, did you have a theme for this or we're just doing the what if?
Oh, we're just doing a what if, whatever comes to our minds. But I did have certain things that pop inside my mind, and
KFBK. Okay, so I did ask you a question, but you can go ahead, real. You can go ahead with what
oh,
you had.
go
With
ahead. No,
what?
ask me your question. So, what was the
Oh,
question?
I did, and I said I would,
Oh,
wait until. No, did you answer it? Okay, so yeah, a coworker of mine.
hmm
She's very spiritual, very very spiritual. She is into a lot of things that are interesting. So we end up having very, very interesting conversations, like 6, 7 hour conversations. I told her that I was gonna have her up one day. But anyway, she was telling me that she was telling me that LeBron James, um, he is not retiring from what is it called? Basketball. So NBA. He's not retiring from the NBA because once he retires from the NBA, he has to sacrifice somebody in his family, in his immediate family. And I saw a lot of things about that online, but I wanted to know, have you heard about that and what do you think about that? I saw a video where he said, um, I got to do this, I got to do that, I got to do this, I got to do that, got to do this, got to do that. By the time I get home, it's like I have to do some sacrifices. Like I got to sacrifice a family or something like that. It could have been taken. It could be taken different ways, but that's what she told me. She's like, when he retires, there's going to be like a sacrifice uh necessary. And you know what? I'm just going to close this computer because it ain't. Maybe she said there's going to be yeah, like he has to sacrifice a family member. Have you heard about that?
I've heard about that and situations like that.
In situations like that?
Right.
Okay.
So, ask yourself this question. This is gonna invoke thought inside people's because I know that a lot of folks are like, well, no, that's on your own perspective. That's this, that's that. Okay. Ask yourself this question. Um, when Mike Tyson decided to retire for a very long time, what ended up happening?
Did he lose a child, a little child?
Yes. What happened when Michael Jordan decided to retire for the short time that he decided to retire? What happened
Hey,
to
Billy
Bill?
Boo.
Yeah, what
You know what?
happened?
Michael Jordan, I don't know.
It was one of his cousins. What happened with Bill
No,
Cosby?
his father died, right?
His
His father
son,
came up. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. What happened with Bill Cosby when he finally decided to get off his show? What happened with his son?
his son got into the motor vehicle accident.
Yes. And I can keep going on and on and on down this road. What happened when Fantasia stopped making music for a while when she said, I wanted to take a break and I just need to chill right now? What happened?
Love you, Brilly sis. Fantasia, I don't know. I don't know.
Her, I think it was two of her cousins got shot, just randomly shot, home invasion.
Okay, and then okay, so what about Jennifer Hudson? She lost a mom, a sister, and a nephew.
Yeah. Yeah. I
It was
mean,
her sister. Was it her sister? I remember that because the day the night before,
Yeah.
but the day of my dad was taking me to school and the helicopter was like in the because
Oh,
they were they looking for the dad
the
real.
sister's husband, I think so.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah. I remember
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
her whole family.
But that was before she retired though. That was like at the peak of her career. So we can say that's something. It's the same thing Real is talking about, but yeah.
Yeah, because
But
I
we
think
don't know we don't know what sacrifices she was asked to make at the beginning of her career either.
right, right. I mean,
Well, if I can chime in real quick.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not telling that. um okay, I'm going to give my opinion. I don't think when okay, so let's say you have an intention, right, to go after uh money, right? Like let's say you're like in a struggling position and a witch approaches you or you encounter a witch because this actually happened to me.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Oh, if you do this, this, that, and the other, you can manifest, your money, like your life will come together, right?" So
Right.
long story short, the Lord literally told me, if you
Hmm.
do this, your husband will die.
Yeah.
And in my experience, hearing that loud as clear, clear as day, I stopped. It was like, no, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to participate in that, whatever, right?
Right.
But I don't know. The thing is, I don't know if everybody's experience is the same. I know, like with Rihanna, it's like, oh, she signed the deal at 3 a.m. in the morning. They told her, like, if she didn't, she would be, like, thrown out the window to her death. Real story, by the way. Like, this came out of
Ooh.
Rihanna's mouth.
Ooh.
So I don't know if when
Oh.
everybody, um, if everybody, like, whatever your desire intention is, like when the devil comes in and he's like, oh, because keep in mind, y'all, manifestation, I know everybody's like manifestation, Vaughn, no, but when people are online or even in your real life talking about manifest, like we can manifest, our own desires and da 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 da, just keep in mind that's like being outside of the will of God, because if God isn't like in the center of that and you're like manipulating energy and time and space and finance or whatever your intention is, love, right? That's
Yeah.
like witchcraft. But I
Hmm.
don't know if everybody, if I'm gonna say like the big celebrities, right, if that's their experience, like do they know that they're actually sacrificing a person in their life, or do they think they're just sacrificing themselves? Because in my experience, and I didn't even know, at the time that, the person who was like encouraging, like this manifestation life was like, you, at the time I didn't know, like, that the things that they had manifested for themselves came at a cost until, something was
Yeah.
revealed to me later on or whatever.
Right.
But I just know that that same person who's like, oh, it's like it's manifestation. Whole time it was witchcraft, y'all. And me being, young, dumb, naive, whatever, just like, oh, there's like motivational speakers out here who talk about manifest your finances, manifest your great, life, manifest your children. You know what I'm saying? Like manifest, 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 not knowing that this is like a whole thing that's like not of God, right? So I
Yeah.
feel that me personally, I took the warning because, I love my husband.
Hey,
And
Vaughn, can you
he,
talk a little bit louder or
oh, you
no?
guys can't hear me?
It's just me.
Okay, my bad. Okay, can you hear me now?
mhm.
Barely.
Oh, oh,
But I've
ooh,
been hearing what you've been saying.
okay.
Hey,
For me,
Shanika.
like my intention was for like, I want, and keep in mind, y'all, I had a job and everything, right? So
Yeah.
it wasn't like I was just sitting around playing with fairy dust and, I just wanted money. It was just I just wanted, what I wanted, which was like things to be like better. But, you know, but all I was trying to say is that I don't know if like other people have that same like, do they know, like, I don't know if God speaks to them. I don't know if, you know they know what they're doing or not. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like that's the one thing I can say. I just know
Um,
in my experience, I was like, hell no, because God's like, no, it's not what you think it is, right?
um, some,
Yeah, yeah, I believe it.
some
Go
do
ahead.
know, and they do not care. Some know, like some are. Trust me when I tell you this. You can let them know, like you can lose health, you can lose this, certain things. You don't know what type of entity is on the other end, and literally, what will come out of people's mouths is, "I." So what? It's my life, my body. We're all gonna die anyway. So if I want money, I
Ah,
want money. Some people, their magnetism towards money is so strong. Some do know, and they do not care. I'm just chiming in with that. Let that be for the record. Some they don't care. They don't.
yeah, and I do believe, yes, Vaughn, I do believe that some of these manifestation, witchcraftery, I do believe that it's some of it is not, like you said, in God's will. It's not of God. God's not the center of it. And when you're manifesting something, what is it for? Who is it going to serve, and for what purpose? So I definitely understand you, and I definitely feel like some things happen because things happen. Things happen in life. And so, but I do find it interesting that um there is that thought of, yeah, we can say hi to Abril and Shamika. Hi
What's
y'all.
going
Hi
on,
everybody in
y'all?
the chat. We in here. We in here. Um so yeah, you do have to be careful. But yeah, I see a lot when it comes to celebrities. It's like it happens so much that it's it's interesting, concerning, interesting. I wonder what kind of heart do you have to let go, um,
Um, I
of
think,
somebody that you love, or
yeah,
go ahead, real.
and I think a lot of them also think that they can get in and get out. They think they can get in, make what they
Oh, okay,
can,
yes, okay, yeah,
and,
yeah,
and they think that they'll be that special one who, okay, you know what, I'm gonna get in, I'm gonna make this money, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. But once you're signed to a contract,
right.
you have to understand, like, you gotta give. And I don't think people realize that they, like, I mean, a lot of people kind of point and laugh at people when they talk about that kind of stuff, but woe unto them. To me, it doesn't matter if that's what they want to think. That's what they think. There's principalities behind a lot of things out here. There just is. And just because I think those people don't experience or don't know, or their mind is not attuned to certain things,
Hmm.
they're in more inside the 3D realm. So it's just like, oh well, this is this and this is that, and nope, blah blah blah, this and that, and then they're wondering why they're talking and they're doing so called don't take them anywhere. But it's like when they realize there's principalities and things, and when you're enamored by this or empowered by that, that's why things can go places. So some people might look at this situation like, well, I'm doing this way and all this stuff, and why isn't this happening? Well, think of it more inside of a spiritual way, like, or why
Yeah,
is real blah 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 this, or this person is this and this. It just, if you're doing it for like self gain and wanting, sometimes you can't try to be somewhere in the middle with it. Like if you want, oh, I want
yeah,
all this money, but then I'm gonna sit here and praise God, but then yet I'm gonna throw hate here, do this, do that, and I want money. As soon as I get money, oh, watch, Lord, as soon as you give me this money, I'm gonna help this person, help this, and
right,
you start
right.
getting money, you know.
1 second.
Mhm. Hello.
Oh, y'all both on mute. Y'all both on mute.
No, I'm here. I was talking to the kids. My bad. Yeah, I agree with real. Like I'm not trying to tell all my business, but long story short, yeah, it's like
Sorry, I'm back. Sorry.
okay, so I am gonna give more clarity. So um I guess you can say um and here's the thing, because I know some people in the chat may not fully understand that only God can manifest. So I'm not here to offend anybody, but
Right.
I do
But
highly
we're having
I
a
mean
candid
yeah,
conversation. So
I do highly suggest that if you have done any manifesting or have encouraged you been encouraged to manifest, please repent. No shade, it's all love. But
You've been
um
encouraged to manifest. Please
so,
repent.
somebody can I'm like I'm
No
repeating
shade. That's all
somewhere.
love. But you've been
Can y'all hear that, or is it just me?
Yeah, I
somebody.
can hear that. It sounds double.
I
Um,
think Senna is doing something.
But
and just real quick, just so y'all know,
y'all hear that?
but they don't explain it correctly inside of a way that people
oh my
understand.
goodness.
But if you read
Sorry, I was
manifestation,
trying to pull it up on my computer, but I'm behind. So
it's
I
okay.
really cannot hear Vaughn at all.
Okay.
No,
I don't. Maybe I'm not
What?
supposed
So
to
what
be
can I
able to hear.
do? This is like the first time this has happened.
Is it me?
No, it's got to be me because
Okay. Wait.
real.
Wait.
You're
Wait.
not having any issues, are
Wait,
you?
Senna. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you, but barely.
I can hear her. Have you tried to? Did you plug in any headphones to see if that works or anything like that?
Because I just turned
Um,
I turned my mic all the way up, like all the way up.
I can hear her now because the my background noise stopped.
Hmm.
I'm so
Okay.
sorry. I'm so
No,
sorry,
you're
y'all.
okay.
Okay.
Because I can hear y'all just fine.
Right.
Okay. I mean, I could hear you louder because
Am I too loud? Because I turned my volume like all the way up, all
no,
the way up.
no, not to me. Is she too loud to you, Real?
No.
I have
And
Okay.
no
Okay.
idea what's going on.
pleasure to be up here with y'all. If it seems like I'm a little like eccentric or slightly different, it's like no, I'm just in thought and I'm just getting my energy up. So don't mind me. It's good to see y'all. What's up, Senna? What's up, Bonds? You know what I'm saying?
No.
You
Yeah,
know.
you're good. You're good, bro. Um, yeah, yeah. Thank
And
you.
By the way, you look gorgeous, Senna. I've been loving the cam ups and the hair and the glasses and your style.
Oh, thanks, boob.
I
Thank
love it.
you. I've
must
been
be
trying.
nice.
I'm giving
Oh,
y'all
hush, buddy.
Rick.
We
I'm
always
giving
tell you
y'all
how delicious you look.
Egyptian Rick James.
You know, yeah. No sense. And I see you with your skin. Your skin is skinning, and I'm just like, you're gonna have to come up here and let us know a skincare routine that you be doing.
Look, real. Whatever you do for one person, you got to do for real. Okay, do. Matter
Look,
of fact, do real first.
I
Senna,
I
did
had
you
to
hear
get
me
it.
tell him?
What's
I had
We're
up,
to get
always
my
telling you
Urban?
bond.
how delicious you look. We're always telling you how gorgeous you are, buddy. Like always.
Mm,
He's always feeling delicious,
delicious.
Magically delicious.
Yeah, I know, right?
magically
Right.
delicious.
And to the people who might be looking inside the background, like, oh, look at real, and he be talking about this and that, and look at him,
Okay,
he's
Philly
being
Boo, love
prideful.
you.
No. Um, for you to go forward and spring forward in life and and feel great about yourself, you have to have some sort of love and care for yourself. So if you can come up with certain words for yourself that makes you love yourself. So if you want to call yourself, and I don't care what anybody thinks, like, oh, that he's a grown man calling himself delicious. It doesn't matter. You have to be able to love yourself and go forth with some type of like words for yourself to be able to love yourself, because
For
I don't think a
real.
lot of people
Agreed.
love themselves. So if you say I'm delicious or I'm beautiful or I'm this, and you tell yourself that, it doesn't matter what anybody tells you or any type of validation that's external. If you're telling yourself this, you're not going to need any validation, because certain people are like, oh, well, you get up on live sometimes, and are you afraid that people might think that you're silly one day or sometimes immature? I'm like, no, No, because I don't seek others' validations. To say I'm my validation. The divine's my validation. I'm just like, oh
Hey,
well.
Gleb, what's up? Hey, Urban, welcome.
Whatever.
Real, you don't come across as somebody who cares what other people think about you.
I don't, because this is what I try to
And
teach and
I feel
impart.
like you get a lot of positive outside of yourself. You get a lot of positive validation just because of the person that you are. You get a lot of positive validation.
I can agree with that.
Yeah.
Well, I started realizing that because people started telling me that, but it's not that I didn't care. But when people would say these things, it would kind of just, I can't explain it, but it would just go over my head. I would just be like,
Yeah. Right.
okay, like back to the mission. Like that's just how I look at things. So it's not that,
Right.
people are
Right.
like, oh, why can't you just accept my thank you? Why can't you just take this compliment? And it's like, it's not that I don't know. My mom just programmed just a little bit differently. So
Yeah.
when people do try to come along and, give me make me try to feel inferior, or have their evil stagnation, presbyterian words at me, it's just like, okay, like if you're this, you're ugly, or that, or you got a big head, or you're for, and I'm just like, okay, like
Right. Hey, Joshy Poo. Yeah, you listen. You all, always, do your best to look your best, and always, look, feel, smell like $1,000,000, and give yourself positive affirmations.
right. And just remember this, y'all. This is what helps you to self validate yourself. It doesn't matter how much money you make. It doesn't matter how good you look. It doesn't matter what, if you buy a MAC makeup, oh, I got the latest wig going on. I got all this stuff.
Why you coming for me?
No, I'm not talking about you. No,
No, hey,
no,
why you coming for
absolutely not. No,
no. Why you coming for me, Real? Why are
I
you
didn't
coming for
know.
me?
I didn't know that you
No,
wore
you
MAC
got
makeup.
see, y'all. It's my try. Y'all, let me tell y'all something. Let me tell y'all how Real plays me. Right,
No,
my own
I promise you,
tribe
I don't. I
member.
don't. See,
First of
so,
all, I'm walking. Right, I'm walking. I'm a health journey. I got to lose at least 50. So I'm walking. Where you walk, you could do like different exercises. So everybody on all of the exercise things are white, right? Everybody's white.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking, I'm like, yeah, okay, I can't do this, but I'm gonna get to the place where I can do it. Who do I see postered up? Real. Okay, Brilly, see you. Thanks for
all
coming
right,
in. Love
twin. Good
you.
seeing
Love
Love
you,
you.
you so much.
bro.
Love you, Abrills.
Love you, baby.
So Real's playing me. Now he's going to talk about wigs and MAC makeup.
I've been talking about wigs even before you said, wasn't I not flinging around wig heads and beating up wig heads and talking about you wig wearing freaking succubuses?
And
I am
Urban gonna have a field day
screaming.
with it. I'm sure
Not
none of his
wig
chat like
wearing
women with
succubus.
wigs and
Wow.
makeup. I ain't got lashes on though, Urban. But go ahead, Real. Go ahead. It was just
Oh,
I was just joking. Go ahead,
no,
go
yeah, no.
ahead.
So it's just like, no matter how good you look, no matter how much money you make, no matter, and it's like, even if you're doing your thing, and this is to anybody, or like, let's say me, I'm getting, like I have people that come to my live and I was like, I'm appreciative of it, or anything. Like some people might look at that as achievement, right? It doesn't matter what achievement that we have personally, people are still going to talk and find something wrong. Like
Yeah,
that's what I was
absolutely.
getting at. Like you could look the best, you could have the best
Absolutely.
of the best,
Yeah.
travel to this, come off with skits off the whim like me. It doesn't matter, and people will still. So now, once you start to realize that, you can be top notch in this, and people are still gonna find something. It doesn't matter. That's just how certain people are built. Once you realize that, it's just like, I can't please none of you bums. I see how you bums are. Like, there's no making you happy. So I'm gonna make myself happy.
Make me happy. Y'all make me happy.
Yeah. Like people are sitting up here trying to, spite or impress bums. And I'm just like, stop it. Like these people are crazy, like just nonsensical in how they're thinking. They have nothing going for them. And yet we have to feel like we have to put forth our shine to shine on them. And it's just like, for what?
A
For what?
word. A word. You definitely got that. That's a word. That's a good word for tonight. That's a good word for night. Urban said none of them like it. Nobody in his chat like wigs and makeup. But you know what? It's like, you know what? It's like I I mean, I don't draw on my eyebrows and I don't wear lashes. But I feel like
There's
uh
nothing wrong
I
with it.
feel like I do like makeup and I do like getting dressed up and I'm just gonna the person who I'm supposed to be with is just gonna appreciate that because I'm not gonna make myself different for anybody else. I'm just gonna get me a man who likes a woman who, dresses up a little bit and wears a makeup and, because if I don't do that, then I wouldn't be myself.
Right, right. And
So,
yeah, there's nothing wrong with a woman who wears makeup or doesn't wear makeup. It's to each their own because each man is gonna like something different. Like some men like that, some men don't. It doesn't matter. And it's like whatever you wear and whatever you do, you're gonna attract that person or those people who like you for you. And
right.
we don't have to constantly switch and it's like I understand, like, oh well, why do we wear makeup and people shouldn't be? If that's what like it's gone past that point of people not wearing makeup. Like there's stuff inside the foods. There's the sun that comes down, beats down on people's faces. There's some people who, because of the foods that we eat and what's, put inside the system of things, it could cause dark spots and everything. You could have pigmentation and you feel a certain type of way. And if you want to feel better about yourself because people are constantly picking on you, then put on the makeup. Like I get it. I get it. Like I get it.
No,
Because
I wear makeup because I like makeup. I always have.
no, that's fine.
And then when I was younger, we weren't allowed to wear makeup. And when I got my first job, let me tell you, I bought everything in the store. Everything.
Huh.
Queen Scorp, I said, hey, when you came in, everybody speaking to you, Scorp.
Except me, I ain't saying nothing to her.
No, say hi to Queen Scorp. Scorp, everybody's talking to you.
I know,
Drop
like,
Scorp's drop Queen Scorp's
are you feeling?
link. No,
I gotta look at
we
the
here,
chat.
Queen Scorp.
I gotta look at the chat. I don't want people to think I'm skipping it.
Yeah, you
If I
just
don't press this
find
thing, I don't see the chat over here.
real odds now. No man likes it, but we just tolerate it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I mean, well, to be honest, nobody wants, like, you know what I mean? Please, like, and this is to nobody. I've been saying this. Y'all go back to my first live. I like when women, can have a modest amount of makeup on, but when people put on too much makeup to the point where they're looking like they're like casket ready, it just be.
Hey, Amanda Panda, thank you for dropping in. Thank you, sis.
I disagree. I think it's all about preference when it
It
comes
is,
to who
but
wear make who honestly, y'all, I just have to be so honest.
Mm-hmm.
To like hyper focus on how much makeup a woman wears is like
Yeah.
so childish to me. And I
Mm-hmm.
feel like there are like far more other things to worry about in a person than like how they choose to, dress themselves up. Like
Absolutely.
it's like I was trying so hard not to say like, but anyway, um men who are secure in themselves, like Real was saying earlier, like when you love yourself and you put care and effort into yourself, that's what you want your woman to do as well. It does not have to necessarily be makeup or a wig, because some men do prefer all natural. Like my father, my mother had and I'm using past tense because my mother's a little older now, and she, but my mother had long hair. He
Yeah.
was real big on me having long hair. Like I cut all my hair off. My husband hates it. I will say I'm like, this is the last time I'm gonna cut it off. But I've been doing I've been doing that for like self, it's, and let me just say this too. Now that I've gotten a little older, it's like my hair is returning to the texture it was before my mother permed it. And yes,
Nice.
my father had a fit. But I do know like the men that I grew up around, they prefer long hair, natural look. Yes, you can have on a little lip gloss, not too much lipstick. But if, we decide to put on a full face, it's not like
Mm-hmm.
Like I heard this guy say, "Oh, my if my woman wears makeup, I'm gonna take my hand and wipe it off." To me, that is like demeaning. Like it's like, why do you need
Take a
to
baby wipe it.
wipe her face? Right? Why do you need to take a baby wipe and wipe her face off like she's a teenager?
Wipe off
We
10 years.
yeah, so real. But yeah, like it's okay for us to wear makeup, and if we like me, I don't wear eyelashes, but I think other women, if I'm being all the way transparent, I think other women who can wear eyelashes, a full face, colored lipstick are beautiful. However, on me, I feel like I look like a whole dude. Okay, I don't care what time, I don't care what brand it is, I don't care how expensive it is.
Yeah.
When I put on eyelashes and foundation, me personally, I feel like I look, because keep in mind, I naturally have high cheekbones, right?
Yeah.
So if you add, what is it, Senna, like the stuff. What
Blush.
is like not the yeah, like blush, and it's like you make all that stuff pop out on me. It's like it makes me
Yes.
look stronger in the face.
You.
So I will say I am a huge like cheerleader of the girls who can put it on and look like brat dolls and Barbie dolls, because it's like, oh my gosh, you're so pretty, you know. And for the people that are like, oh,
Hey,
well,
Brit
you
family.
wouldn't feel confident without that makeup. I don't think that's cool, because I don't feel confident if I don't have on like stud earrings or a pair of hoop earrings. I don't feel confident if I'm
Hmm.
not smelling good. I don't feel
Hmm.
confident if I don't wear lip gloss. If I'm just gonna keep it a buck, I
Yeah.
don't feel confident if I don't have on mascara. Even though, what did I tell you? I have like long eyelashes. So it's
Right.
like when you feel good, you I don't want to say perform better, but you put like your best effort in. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
When you show up looking good, you show up smelling good, you feeling yourself, you're
Hmm.
better. So I don't see anything wrong with women wearing makeup. And for the men, who have wives and girlfriends, if that's what your wife or your girlfriend does, you're not going to take a baby wipe and wipe it off her face. And if you do, you can
Yeah. I
go see a
mean, yeah.
therapist.
I agree. I agree with you, Vaughn. I mean, I don't. If a guy says that he likes a woman natural, then I just take that for what it is. I think sometimes women will hear a guy say that he doesn't like something and then say, well, yes, you do, because I do it and I still get a man. I mean, you're not gonna not get a man in whatever capacity you're talking about. But I do think that there's guys that don't like it, and it's
Yeah.
their prerogative not to like it. Urban says some guys just put up with it. That's their prerogative to put up with it, and some guys like it. You have to, I mean, you have to understand that there are some guys that do like it.
Yeah. They
But when you
they
go home
want
at the
their
end of the day,
women
you're
to be
you're taking
like,
all that stuff off anyways.
yeah,
Hey Brit
they want
family,
their
hey
women
Joshy
to be
Poo,
like
hey Awesome Who Dat.
polished.
Go ahead,
You know,
Vaughn.
they
Go ahead,
want
Vaughn.
their women to be polished. Like I always like to go
Trophy
back to, I know
wives.
y'all don't like Kanye, but I love Kanye. Okay, even
What
in
you love
his
who?
what
Kanye.
West,
Oh, Kanye West.
Kanye,
Okay.
yeah, how he would
Hey Janice.
dress Kim. It's like that's something he liked to do. That's something she liked for him to do. And let's just keep it real. Since they broke up, Kim don't dress the same. But anyway, so
I don't
it's like
know about that. I don't know. I don't know. I think Kanye West and Kim's relationship is a cluster F, and him dressing her is weird. And I just
really.
yeah, let me, so, I don't know. I just don't want to upset people, but
No, no, no. I mean, you're not gonna upset me, but
no, yeah, I
I
think
don't.
their relationship was weird, was really, really
He
weird.
he was
And I
her
don't know
his
what he
Skittles
was, but
stylist.
He
what'd
was
you say?
what? He was what? Real?
He was her Skittles stylist.
No, 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 no. I don't know. I just
I thought it was really. It took me back to okay, so like back in the day when men like when they used to dress like the thing that I love about like the our elders, like the old school back in the day. Remember how they used to like dress up everywhere they went, like they wore like suits and like like their Sunday's best. Remember
Yeah,
how everybody used to like
and everything.
right real. So
Absolutely.
it took me back to when like men like loved their like they wanted their women to show up looking good, and they also look good themselves. Now don't get me wrong, okay, Kanye has a very off the charts style nowadays, but like when they first got together and he was like in her closet and like and but they were doing it together though. Like I think people miss that point. Like she's into fashion, he's into fashion. And he was just like, hey, you'll look good in this, oh, like you'll look good in that. And men, now, I'll be honest, my husband does do that with me, but I have to be like, hey, what do you think? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Hmm.
he's not like one of those guys that'll go out to the department store and buy me a dress. Now, what he will do is get me some socks or like
Yeah.
a robe or like,
Yeah.
stuff he knows I like to be. But like, there are like men who used to do that. Like they'll be like they would, oh, I was in Macy's, back in the day, and they'll be like, oh, I saw this and I want you to wear this to, my meeting with my business partner. You know what I'm saying? Like I thought it
Yeah.
was cute,
Mm-hmm.
and I
Yeah.
will say that we have
Yeah.
now in 2026 kind of learned that men like that are a little weird, or just a little bit. Like they're like controlling or manipulative and stuff like that. But there are some guys who like take an interest in their women and her appearance, but it can be positive. Like it's uplifting, it's encouraged. Do you get what I'm saying, real or no?
I do, I do. I mean, and for some, it wouldn't be controlling. Like, remember, when we used to be on Alice's channel, and I used to discuss certain things. So when I was younger, inside my college days, I used to have certain, my friends, and I was genuinely good friends with some of these females, and I would just be like, well, I think you would look good in this,
Women, not females.
women, females. Sorry,
No, I'm
not
tickled
sorry.
because I remember that day, real, and we messed with you. But
Mm-hmm.
just hear
And
me out. Hear me out. Hear me out
okay,
as your little sister. You threw us off, bro. Like you, we didn't know. And see, the thing is, I'm totally on your side, like because I believe in or I'm okay with seeing a man do that for his woman, right? At the same time, bro, it was like, remember you were like, but y'all were friends and y'all weren't like being intimate. So that
yeah.
to me, for me personally, that's what threw me off. It was like, wait, huh? Like
But
I
do,
didn't get that
do you know
part.
how many women actually kind of like? Well, I don't want to say that word kill, but like that word to have a friend like that is just chill, because you know how so many women be like, oh, this guy's always trying to get inside my pants, he's always trying to do this and that. But I'm just one of those people where it's just like, okay, like I know how to just be there for like somebody and just not try to always get inside somebody like that was just the difference in me. Like I knew how to actually be a friend, that you can count on. And
Yeah,
certain
I have a good guy friend, and it's never ever been anything but like besties,
Friend. Yeah.
friends,
Yeah.
but there,
besties.
there, there are those
But
And
guys. I
and I
you
mean,
do
also,
see that though. I got plenty of
along with what you
females
were
though.
saying, Vaughn, very quickly, I also like a man who dresses up. So it's not
Right.
like
Yeah.
I like a man who like dresses well too, and like puts on
Yeah.
cologne and like looks good. Like when we go out, we look, we look good, we feel good. Like I like a man who is like that. So
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, say,
yeah,
I'm
and
gonna
then when
say
you get home and you're
something.
casual, I like that too. Yeah,
Okay,
go ahead,
I'm
real.
more into that. I keep it real with you, though. I'm more into that
Hey,
street
King.
fashion because you
Hey,
kind of
Drip
see the
King.
way I dress, though. Sometimes, like, when I'm up here, I cam up, though. Right now, I changed out of it, but I like my street fashion. I'm always gonna wear my tech fleece, and sometimes, though, I might wear cargos and stuff like that when I go outside.
Yeah,
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 but
Okay.
I even wear this a lot. Sometimes I get asked by my family, why do I like to wear that? Sometimes I'm just like, look, I don't care what people outside think, though. Truthfully, no one cares outside, though, what you wear.
His name is Drip King, so I believe him. Like,
But
He got the
in
drip.
going with what y'all was saying, just real quick, the reason why I think men kind of stopped doing that is because like there was this push, and this is not, I'm not saying for all women, but there was a certain group of women who, I still rock with y'all women though, you know what I'm saying? Is sometimes my fellas too, but where the woman was like, I don't want to feel like I'm controlled. Don't tell me what to do. Don't tell me what to wear. I want to feel like a woman again. I want to feel like that. So it became this whole scenario where it was almost, now guys are kind of, I won't say afraid, but timid to even say anything, because if you give a woman a compliment, I'm good, or I'm married, or oh, don't tell me what to wear, don't tell me what to, you know and it's just,
right.
now with men are,
I teeter, but I'm more on the old fashioned kind. I do feel like your husband. I can only talk about husband, not your man, not your boyfriend. But
Right.
whatever. If he's gonna be your husband, I guess you gotta, or you guys. But I don't think that you should wear something that your husband would not appreciate you wearing. And if you're in a relationship and you're going out by
Yeah.
yourself, like I'm a dresser for my man, but I feel like you
Well,
should
yeah.
dress
Yeah.
respectful when you go
Yeah.
out.
some men like that.
I
Sometimes,
understand that. I understand that we have feminism. I don't know if feminism, and I'm going to have a lot of people mad at me, but I don't know if feminism has been the best thing for women. I don't know. I don't think so.
Hmm.
Um,
I know where feminism
yeah.
came
So,
from.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So I know where feminism came in, and it's not that it came in on purpose, but after the 1950s and
Right.
60s, and when we had the whole, WAR, and all the men got sent off, what ended up happening is we had, a good 3-4 million men that were missing, right? So they had to put women into the workplace, like it was women and children, and that's when they introduced a new age of where kids could work at the age of 13, and the
Hmm.
emancipation.
Yes, but just
So,
just what I just in today's world, just some things
I
that
was gonna
I
say
that
yes.
I
In a
can pick up
yeah.
on, where
oh
I'm
yeah,
just like, this might not be the
Well,
best.
Senna, I think I actually agree with you, and I'm gonna tell you why it's actually shocking me that I
You
agree
said
with you
what,
because
Vaughn?
I said, I hate that you cannot hear me.
she said that
Okay.
she actually agrees with you, and it's going to be shocking.
It is freaking shocking.
No, I'm gonna tell you why I think I agree with you because now hear me out because y'all if y'all know me I'm all about women empowerment. However,
Can you talk a little
I
tiny bit louder?
no what I'm gonna restart my whole phone, and if you guys can't hear me then I'm just gonna stay off here because
No, no, no,
I
no, no.
want
I
you
can
I want
hear
you to
you.
hear
I
me.
can
I
hear
want you to
you.
hear you
No, I
can
can hear
but
you're
you
the
need
special guest. You can't not be up here. Go ahead.
no because
Okay, go
okay
ahead, Vonzi.
I'm gonna okay listen can y'all hear me like
Yes.
this?
mm-hmm.
I can hear you, but
Okay.
I
not
hear
that.
you. I
Jenny
Okay,
says,
hear
I love a
so
good sweatpants or shorts. I understand something. Some don't think it's age appropriate. I don't want you listen. It depends. It depends on what my man got going on. I don't want my man out with some sweatpants. Okay,
you. Okay.
that's
Wait,
not.
but I tell you this
That's
though,
not. I
then
usually
sometimes
listen.
though, these are the
I
only
usually
days.
pick them. I usually pick them good. Sweatpants ain't you know. But
Okay,
yeah,
sorry, I was
around the
gonna
house,
say this
sweatpants,
quickly though
shorts.
before I
Yeah,
have to go,
I
cause
think it's nice when guys wear shorts
gonna
out.
get late.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Or
say
if
this.
that, you feel comfortable, they're gonna wear sweatpants to go, mow the lawn and go to the gym and do that kind of stuff. Maybe run to the store real quick.
Okay,
But
I like cargos though. Cargos are my favorite though, actually. Wait, but I tell you this though, the only day I'm a
oh,
traditional
you,
Pakistani
Janice, I'm
clothing.
sorry.
Oh, sorry. Then I was gonna tell you the only day I dress traditional Pakistani is on Eid though. So when Eid happens though, that's the only day I go traditional. Because the only reason my family wants me, the only reason I don't wear them clothes all day though, I just wear normal street clothes though, so that no one else looks me at some kind of way. That's not that kind of way, but then it's like not to stand out too much. Yes, I stand out uniquely, but then also at the same time, that type thing, man. So I just wear them clothes on it's special clothes on a special day. So that's when I go traditional.
Hmm.
I love that. I love
Yeah,
that.
that's the only day I dress traditional Pakistani as well. Sometimes I literally post my pic that so when it's Eid and I dress them clothes, I literally take a picture and sometimes I literally post it on my you'd literally see me wear them clothes.
I
Right.
like that. I like that. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, but what
I'm
you
waiting for
actually
Vaughn
think
to
of
come up
oh yeah,
and
sorry.
I don't
What you
know.
think of
Do
no, I
you
was
think
saying
that
I
there
wear
should
this
be
bandana around me though. Sometimes I'm not showing my hair, man. I'll never show it here.
join the club? Well, I actually showed mine a few times on my live, so
Yeah, but if you, I be for real though. If you want to see my hair, go see my older stuff. I used to show my hair, but I ain't showing it no more. I wear it all the time. The only time though I ever take this off is when I go to bed or when I have to when I have to when it requires me to take it off, I'm taking it off. But in my home, I wear it all the time, the entire full day. Full day I wear it though, not just in my home. Even outside I wear it.
right. It's all
what's up,
right.
Urban?
Yeah, because
Boring you.
the
You up here
reason
yawning? You bored?
No,
yeah.
no, no. I'm
Look,
just
but I
stretching,
tell you
waking up.
why. The real
You
reason I
already
wear
bored with the
that though is
conversation,
my
Urban?
form
What's
of
up?
protection. I feel
No, no, I'm just
protected.
waking up.
Okay. All right, but anyways, though, I'll say this
Okay,
quickly and I'm
Senna,
out of here.
can you hear me
No,
now?
no, Vaughn. I could barely hear you. I could barely hear Urban.
Okay.
I
I
don't
could,
know what's
All right,
I,
well, I'm
happening.
out of here.
I
I'm
can hear y'all
gonna
good. I hear
I'm
both of
gonna
y'all good.
Senna, I'm gonna drop and come back on my laptop. Um, because I don't know if it's my phone
It's
or if
not
it's like
you. I can't hear anybody that well.
You,
Urban, can you say
oh, okay.
something?
something.
I can't hear. No, I can't hear Urban either.
Yeah, it may be something going on your end, Center.
Yeah.
You said
Senna,
what?
I
look,
can hear them.
Go ahead.
are you on your phone or your laptop?
My phone.
Check your look at your volume and see if your volume's all the way up.
Where do I do that?
Go to your settings or like you can just like pull your screen down and it should say like volume and like where the brightness is on your phone and like your Bluetooth and all that kind of stuff. But I think
Okay.
you have an Android, so I might not be
Okay.
telling you right.
Yep. Yeah. If they don't work, she'll have to drop down and come back.
What's up, Urbans? What's up, everybody inside the chat? I ain't want to feel like people I missed y'all, but what up, Cynical One? What up, Janice? What up, Riaz? Who else? What up, Josh? Making sure I ain't miss nobody. Salute to y'all.
Slew everybody real. What's up with it, bro? Vance, what's up?
What's up?
Hello.
Can't call you.
Oh,
So I want to ask y'all a question, like, just back to this, like, women thing. Inside your opinion, like, I'm going to ask both of y'all this question. And this is to you, Urbans, and this is to you, Vons. And if, Sinners, listen, do y'all feel that women actually wear makeup and dress for men, like, as to look good or for themselves? Or do you honestly think that women wear makeup and dress to look good for other women? Because I noticed a lot of women like, girl, you look good. And yeah, look at this makeup. And what's y'all opinion on that?
I can definitely say both for me. Like I that majority of what everything that I buy is because I like it, right? And then you have the little things that your husband's gonna like, right? And then it's like I know when I dress up, all my friends, family, girls, yeah, we gonna be like, "Girl, you look good." It's like I know, right? But that's just me though. Like, I can say when I was younger, like, of course, when I first started dating, and going out or whatever you want to call it, it was like, oh, I'm gonna wear this, so I can be sexy. But now that I'm a little older, it's just like, I put on stuff for me and comfortable with me and what I like. And because I'm in my early 30s, I just turned 32. I've actually been in my head a lot about what's age appropriate because it's like, you don't want to look. Like my mom was like, I was helping her get dressed, and she's like, I don't want to look like I'm in my 30s, and I'm like, wait a minute, like what's looking like you're in your 30s when I know like other women her age, like we kind of all do wear the same stuff, but to me they make it look a little like, to me I can see a lady with something that I have, but it'll look more mature on her than it does me. Does that make sense?
Hmm.
Loud and clear, loud and clear.
Oh,
Okay,
good.
you good? You back?
Yeah, we good.
Senator,
Good.
can you hear me?
Perfectly.
All right,
Good.
good. All right, so here's my perspective. It depends on the time that you're talking about. Now, if we go back in the day, the reason why women wore makeup back in the day is because of due to culture. All right, so preferably it was more upper class women who was wearing makeup for aesthetic purposes due to their husband's status. All right,
Bye King Dread. Thank you for coming
so
through.
so they had to look a certain type of way, like if they was doing photo ops, or if they're trying to impress a certain type of men or a type of class of men, then yeah, they was required to wear makeup back in the day. All
Hmm.
right. But when you fast forward into
Hmm.
modern day is dealing with a lot of different things. It's no longer dealing with just preferences. You know what I'm saying? It's dealing with acceptance.
Hmm.
So in the modern day time, women wear makeup because of acceptance. Acceptance because of they want to be accepted by their peers, which is other women. They want to be accepted by the men that they trying to be attracted to. Then they want to be accepted by themselves as well too, so they could look good personally to themselves.
Hmm.
And what about the women who don't go anywhere? Like I used to know some of my friends that used to ask me all these questions about some of their friends and or the girls they were dating, and they would literally get up and go nowhere, wouldn't go outside, wouldn't do anything, but they would just wake up just to put makeup on in the house. What is
Yeah,
that?
But
that's still
that's
there with acceptance though within themselves, because that's a form of insecurity within them.
Mm,
I disagree. I think that's like when you, okay, Senna, you know what I'm talking about. When you're at home, and I'm talking about like from a woman's perspective. When we're at
Hmm.
home and we're sitting
Yeah.
around, like right now, y'all, I have on a robe. Okay, I keep a robe on, right? But there's levels. But anyway, listen.
Right, right, right.
So I have on a robe, jogging pants, and a t-shirt.
Yeah.
If I was to get up and put some clothes on, right,
Hmm.
I'm
Hmm.
gonna feel not so just hanging around the house, feeling like a bum, looking like a bum. So some women, like what's funny is that my grandma was just telling me this the other day that my great grandmother, well, my great great grandmother, because it was her grandmother, um, would wake like literally get up and she'd be like, Granny, you putting some clothes on? Like, where you going? You putting on your face? She's like, girl, you get up, you dress yourself so that you can feel good. So I don't think it's an insecurity of it, it's a way to get up and like move around. Like I said, I'm not big on a full face of makeup. Like Cindy said, I don't draw the eyebrows on and do that kind of stuff. But if I was to get up right now and be like, okay, I'm gonna put on my jeans and I'm gonna put on this shirt, I'm gonna throw on these little shoes just to walk around the house. I don't think it's because I'm insecure. It's so that I can feel good, not feel like depressed, and you know what I'm saying? And
I
not just
don't.
be
Go ahead.
just sitting around looking weird. And the thing is,
Not weird.
I mean, cuz like you know what I'm saying, like
Yeah, yeah.
that it's just me. It could just be me and KJ because the other kids go to school,
Yeah,
or it could be me and the kids. Who am
yeah.
I trying to who am I trying to impress if I was to get up and get fully dressed? If it's just me and my kids in the house, you know what I'm
Oh, yeah,
saying?
I agree with that. I agree with
Like
that.
who?
I
Why?
wear, go ahead.
Why does it? I'm gonna ask this question: who wants to feel secure, looking and smelling a certain kind of way? Like, let's just be honest. If
Hmm.
oh,
like
surprise.
like who yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think it's a. I get what he's saying as far as like insecure, but I disagree because you should want to feel secure in yourself, and I don't think you should want to feel secure in yourself looking any kind of way. You know what
Yep.
I'm saying?
Yeah, I do wear a full face. I do wear a full face of makeup, and there are some times where I'll just wear a little bit and some lip gloss. I'm not gonna lie. Either way, I do get the attention. And I've actually stopped doing it as heavy as I used to. But when I'm at home, I'm a hippie, so I'm not. You know, uh, I'm at home by myself. I'm not like I don't wear makeup when I'm by myself. I might put on some lip gloss and I might do like some balm like skincare stuff, but I'm not gonna put on makeup when I'm by myself. But if I'm leaving that door, if I'm walking out, I've got
Hmm.
makeup on, I've got a nice dress on, I may be wearing heels, and I might just be going to Walmart. I might just be going to McDonald's for some spicy Sprite, but I'm gonna dress up. And I do that because I
Right.
like to do it. I like to do that. And yeah, it's not about it's not I've always loved makeup. I've and not being allowed to wear it, it's like now it's like I have freedom. But when you start getting older, you start doing different things. And
Right. Yeah.
I am doing different things with makeup too. That's a little bit more, but yeah, I do think, and I do think that women wear makeup to impress other women. I don't ever, if I'm dating somebody and he doesn't notice that I'm wearing a new wig, like who cares? Or if my fingernail polish, he's not going to know that my fingernail polish got are changed. I don't want a man like that anyways. Like,
No, no,
like
that ain't true. That ain't true.
what's not true? What's not true?
Like, okay, so you've had a long term boyfriend, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so you mean to tell me like when you got your nails done, he didn't compliment you like, oh, I like your nails, or I see you got your nails done,
Every
or
now
I
and
like,
then. Not
yeah,
every
like I like your
not every time, and I'm not offended by it. Men
right,
don't.
right.
Von's asking the question wrong. She
Okay, what's
said
the
it wrong.
question?
But what she should have said is this. She should have said, babe, do my hair look good? Or look at my nails.
Now,
Do you
yes,
like them?
yeah, I was gonna say
That's
that too,
normally
'cause
that's normally what
But
women
that's
do to
but
men.
but that's
yeah,
but that's
I do that too. Yeah,
no, but that's the answer. You could change your
right.
wig. You could be blonde today and black tomorrow, and a guy will not. Hey, cynical one. I'm sorry. I saw you come in a long time ago. I waved, but hi, cynical one. It's good to see you, Janice. Amanda Panda. Amanda Panda. That's me. Janice says I wear eyeliner and lip gloss, and I dress up when I need to for myself and also for my husband. I never want him to ever feel I've let myself go. Facts. I've never
Right.
worried about other people's opinion. Facts. Look good for your man, honey.
Did she say
Um,
fat or facts?
I said facts.
Oh, fat. Okay.
Yeah. 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 Like if you point it out, then he's gonna say something. He's gonna lie and say, "Oh yeah, I saw the nail girl. You were
What?
good." Yeah, he's gonna lie.
But
No, I don't.
but even
I've never been with a man who every single time I change my nails or I change my hair, he's like, they don't. They don't. I mean, they recognize it
Hmm.
sometimes, but like a lot of times they don't. It's not.
yeah,
And we do. We
Well,
get
Senna,
dressed
now
up.
you got me feeling weird because
No, no,
if
don't feel
I
weird.
do, no, no,
Don't-
but see, I'm gonna be honest. I think it's because you've seen Jim on YouTube, right?
Yeah, for
So
sure.
like he'll if I came it right now I haven't colored my hair, right?
Hmm.
If I change my hair color, he'll be like, "You changed your hair?" Like, okay, remember when I was telling y'all I cut my hair off? And
Yes,
every time when I first cut it off, every time we would have a conversation, he would just stare at the top of my head. Remember I was telling y'all that?
I
So
remember that. I
that's why I'm
remember.
over here like,
Like
I
that.
can't.
No, 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 no. We're no, Vaughn. We're talking about fruit, but we're talking about different fruit. I'm not
Okay,
saying
okay.
okay if you have hair down to your butt and tomorrow you bald and your man
Right.
doesn't see it, that's a problem. Like he need to go, he can't see it anymore, or he just really just don't care. I'm just saying,
Right.
like if I'm wearing purple nails today and they're pink
Hmm.
tomorrow and my husband doesn't say anything, I'm not going to care because he's
Was
not
there
going to notice. I'm going to notice if my coworker, I see her nails
hmm
and they're pink today and they're purple tomorrow. I'm like, oh girl, your nails are pretty. Like, they were pink, now they're purple. I love the purple on you. But I don't expect no man to be like, I mean, unless it's drastic, like
Yeah, I
I
feel
said.
okay. Like I said, I'm feeling because my dad, my husband, even my brothers-in-law. Like one year I had an electric blue wig on, and my brother-in-law called me and was like, "Happy birthday, sis. Who you think you are, Nicki Minaj?" Like, so that's why I'm like, I'm used to, like, even my little
No,
brother,
no,
like
no,
they
no.
will
Yeah.
troll me
No, no, no.
about something
Definitely.
I'm wearing.
No, 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 no. Definitely. If you come in wearing a pink wig, which I definitely have done it, definitely have done it. And you know, he don't notice, then I don't know. I don't know what to say. But he might not say anything because he might not like it. But yeah, that's no, 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 no. I'm just talking about
Right.
flight. Just a flight.
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
still feel weird though. Like I'm around some men who see everything that I do all the
No, but
time.
that's no, no, no. We're talking about two different. You're talking about an electric blue wig as
Right.
opposed to like maybe I wore a number 1 today and then a number 4 tomorrow. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Like a man is
Yeah.
not going to pick up the difference between those two colors.
If a man loves you and he's just used to you, like he's just like if you change your nail colors, like okay, I'm wearing pink, now I'm wearing purple, now I'm wearing light blue. It's like he might notice, but it's just like okay, that's what you do. We know that you like fashionisting yourself up, so we don't have to always like
Right.
oh you look good. Like you look good, but I know people have to hear it. But it's just
No,
like
oh no, no,
man,
no, 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 no. You no, you gotta tell me I look good. No, you gotta tell me I look good. You don't have to point out things, but oh
oh,
yeah, you look pretty, you look whatever, and I'd be like, okay, babe, you look
yeah,
handsome.
like that I don't
Right.
mind.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you
But
ain't gotta be, oh girl, I see you with the toenails, and I see your nails, and I see your wig,
like,
and I see your skirt, and girl, yeah, you ain't gotta do all
No,
that.
yeah, no, that's weird. Don't do
Yeah.
that.
okay,
Okay, yeah. Okay, okay, wrong. Okay, boo. Okay,
So
boo.
what they
Okay.
what they missing in this particular conversation is
Oh
the whole
Lord.
indirect approach that women do. Okay.
Uh,
So I'm gonna give you an example like with me and my wife, right? So this was what she do to remind me that she's gonna get something done to her, like, either her hair or her nails or anything. She'll tell me beforehand, hey babe, I'm finna get ready to go out and do X, Y, and Z.
Right.
And so after when it happens, guess what? It's going to be my responsibility to acknowledge that she done did X, Y, and Z.
Okay.
Like, for example, if she go out and get her nails done, she'll say prior, hey, I figure out go get my nails done, blah, 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 hee, hee, hee. Like, all right, then be safe. Then when she come back in, it's
Right.
going to be, she going to have the expectation for me to acknowledge what she'd already said that she was going to do. And that's how the way a lot of women are. And the reason why women are like that is because, once again, women are insecure, first of all. And second of all, women don't like rejection. So what they do, they'll manipulate the conversation so it could go the way they want to go. Now, keep in mind, by me saying this, it is absolutely nothing wrong with that. Absolutely nothing wrong with it whatsoever. Because it is what it is. And also, at the end of the day, everyone is insecure about themselves. Even what Vance was saying earlier about being in the house by herself and she just put stuff on. One of the requirements that I said was this: that you're gonna be trying to impress other people, or you're gonna try to impress yourself as well too. Which it is nothing wrong with that. Like I'll give you another example too. Me as a man, right? I feel very, very, very insecure with myself if I don't give myself a haircut, if I don't have myself well groomed. And there's nothing wrong with that. It is how the way we are as human beings. You know what I'm saying? Same thing to concept with makeup, preferably with women in this modern day time. They feel insecure if they don't wear makeup because they want to be accepted either by themselves or by their peers or other people. So that's why they do it.
I still, me personally, I still, like, even if I tell my man, oh, I'm about to go do this, and I come back and he doesn't recognize it, I wouldn't be offended. Like, I would not be offended. I would not.
I would.
But you do want him to acknowledge it though at one point in time, right?
It doesn't. No, if he says, "Oh, baby, you look great," that's good. I don't need him to be all up in. Oh my, it's not going to bother me if I come back and he doesn't say, "Oh, your nails look good," or it's not going to bother. It's not going to bother me. If we're going somewhere and I go get done up and he says, "You look beautiful, you look great," that's good
Hmm.
enough. That's good enough.
Yeah.
Even
So
if I told him, I don't need, I don't need to, no, just tell me I look
so
great, I
do
look beautiful.
so Sin, do you acknowledge yourself when you get it done?
Do I acknowledge myself? Yeah, yes, sir.
Yeah, so that's the reason why I don't too much bother you when he said it, because you already acknowledged that within you. So
Nah, I
No,
disagree.
no,
Because I
no,
can
no,
be
no.
hyping
Okay,
myself up all the way to the house, knowing I look good. Okay. Then probably took 1,000 pictures and posted on social media.
period.
But if my husband, like, shut
And
up, real.
listen, it ain't a thirst trap if you ain't thirsty.
Right, Sin, right. It's like, if first of all, my husband's a troll. So he's gonna notice if if I've gotten my nails done or my hair done anyway. Because if I don't, like, he'll troll me. He'll be funny or whatever.
Yeah.
So, and I can honestly say there was one haircut because once again, he don't like short hair. I had
Mm-hmm.
the Anita Baker cut. Cinna, do
Mm-hmm.
you remember that when I did
Yes,
that cut?
ma'am. Yes,
He didn't like that cut. Okay, he called it the dumb A hairstyle for the longest.
wow.
Because he's like my father. He doesn't like short hair. All the women in his family had long hair.
Okay.
And when he met me, I had long hair. So it's like, what are you doing? But I was like a teenager and now I'm in my 30s, okay?
Right.
But yeah, if he doesn't like, for example, he does not like blue hair. I haven't worn blue hair since I was I want to say I was about 22, 20, 23, 20, yeah, 23, 24. I don't wear blue hair because he doesn't like it.
It comes
So,
ghettoish and skank, especially those blue and then the
oh,
gray.
shut up, real buddy. Why
Don't do it. Don't do it.
and
But
Don't do it,
also
real.
and
Well,
also
Don't do it, real. Don't do it.
I can say that.
and
yeah,
also
I mean,
also the reason why she don't do it is because that deals with a form of insecurity, because she want that acceptance from her husband. If he's saying that I don't like it, then it doesn't is what it is. You know
That
what I'm saying?
okay. So now,
Same thing with her husband. If
so
if her
now,
husband dresses a certain type of way
yeah.
and
So
she don't
now,
like it, then guess what? He ain't gonna do it.
right? Like Amanda says, if you come out looking raggedy, he will notice, especially if we go into
right,
public with them. For sure, that
yeah,
100%. If I
and
come
vice
and my
versa.
man,
Yeah.
if I come and my man doesn't like it and he tells me to change things, I'm gonna change it. I am gonna change it.
Well, no, Senna,
Yeah,
because
Yeah.
now
please.
see,
Huh?
here's where
Y'all think I'm lying?
no. I believe you, but that's
Okay.
not Vaughn because what did I just tell y'all?
Oh, okay.
I still, this is the last time that I'm really cutting my hair this last time because I'm getting old. Okay, reproductive system ain't right. So my hair ain't gonna be growing like it was. But listen,
So she
he
getting
don't.
old.
I do not wear blue hair. I have not worn blue hair since like I said, I was in my 20s. I wouldn't wear blue hair now because I absolutely know he doesn't like it. He has a disdain for it, right? However, when it came to me cutting my hair, that was different. It was like, well, I know he doesn't like it. Like I really know he doesn't like it. Does that stop me from doing it? No. And what's funny is I've cut my hair. I don't know if y'all seen Jim recently anywhere because I know Senna, we're friends on like Instagram and stuff, but he has a head full of hair now and I can't stand it.
Yeah,
And
like
he's like, but I like it like this. And don't get me wrong, y'all, he has beautiful hair, like that soft Indian Remy kind of hair.
yeah.
But it's like when we were younger, I was a teenager, he was in his 20s, he had a fade, and so it's like we're both in different seasons in our lives, and neither
Yeah.
one of us like what we're doing, but we're
Yeah.
still doing what we like. But I think that comes with us being older, honestly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
The,
Yeah.
Vons, doesn't that go back to what I said earlier in the chat though? Well, when I say that we do it, but we just tolerate it.
Oh, okay. Well, I can agree with that because yes, I do tolerate, him having long hair. He tolerates me having short hair. Yeah. Okay. Well, then, yeah. But I wasn't reading the chat either, so whatever, because I didn't see it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You let them talk long enough. They'll expose the truth.
whatever.
Oh my
But
God.
once again, that's on this parameter. So the argument that we're talking about right now, right?
No,
This
we're
is
not
the
arguing. You're
yeah.
not arguing.
I'm just saying it in general. I'm
Yeah.
not
No,
saying
no, we're not
you were
arguing.
arguing,
No.
but I'm just saying in general this conversation, right? Because I could think of another word, but now I
Yeah, yeah,
can't.
yeah.
But in this particular point of the conversation, this is what I'm talking about. The reason why men have this type of disdain with women who wear makeup
Is it
because
disdain?
yeah, because it's simply because they are tolerating it. You know what I mean?
Some men do have a disdain.
Yeah,
Some,
they
they
literally
do.
do. I deal with it all day, every day on my channel. They literally do for real.
What is the disdain?
The disdain is this. The reason why the men have a tolerance of this makeup is due to the new standards that women tell them. Women tell men is that they want men to be a certain height. They
I was
want men
just
to be
gonna
a
say that.
certain weight. They want men to make a certain type of income as well too. And so in return, the men like, well, okay, well, we really don't care about how the way y'all makeup is, so we really don't care about your hair. So if you want to put it that way, so now we're going to create a standard too to tell y'all that we don't like all that makeup. We don't like it when you want to wear your hair a certain type of way. If you wear a weave or whatever stuff, so you're going to throw that out there. Now,
So
if you were to change it around, then we'd be cool with it.
it's punitive now. So we have standards, and so then y'all gonna come after us, or it's always been that way. They're just saying that now.
No. They no. But that's why I say back in the day, men really didn't too much care about that. The
Did
only, the
women
one, the
wear
one,
make?
the main thing that men care about is how the way a woman look for is her body, not her face. Whenever a man is looking at a woman, the first thing he's looking at is her body and not her
Okay.
face.
Oh, okay.
And so that's why I explained it to you back in the day. The only type of people
Yeah,
who care about that back in the day was upper class people, wealthy people, where they required for their woman to look a certain type of way, but it got
Mhm.
adapted into modern day
Right, you said that.
culture.
Yeah, you did say that. But I'm just trying to feel like did women wear makeup back in the day like we do now? Like I think we wear more makeup
Yes.
Yeah,
now.
they did. But once again,
Um,
it wasn't the average class women who was wearing it. It was more wealthier class
Yeah,
women who
the
was
wealthier
wearing it.
class.
Yeah, I was gonna
The
say,
but they
dominant
wore like a lot
and the
like we do today.
yeah,
Or
no, Cinna, they wore the same amount of makeup. The only difference is we have put more color and design and
okay.
flashiness into it. It because back then it was just like foundation, lip color, eyeliner. What was it
The,
mascara? I
it
know
was
they
Yeah,
put
yeah,
like
mascara.
powdered.
Mascara,
They
yeah.
did stuff like that, but we do more like colors. Like we
Yeah.
do butterflies and
Hmm.
bedazzles and stuff, which I think
Right.
is really cute. But like I
Yeah.
said, for
no
me,
no Vons, it came from the Eastern culture, one, and the European culture, and especially over there in Asia too. Because remember, Imperial China and Japan, they
yeah,
women
the
was
white
covered totally up, but
Right.
they did
yeah,
it
with
for
makeup,
the wealthy class people, so they
yeah,
could be
Yeah, that's
chosen.
true. Yeah,
And
that's
like
people
true.
in
the
Europe that was
geishas
doing
yeah,
it.
yeah,
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 the
Yeah.
yeah.
and
geisha, yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
yeah,
Yeah.
But once again, that was
And
only dealing
China
with that
too.
type
Yeah.
of women. It wasn't normal women who wore makeup like that. But when it came over to the Western culture, they use that as a form as a money grab because they know women is going to spend a lot of money on beauty and aesthetics.
Hey
yeah.
Triple. Hey Triple Boo.
Hey, Trip Girl.
Trouble.
Cookie.
So, what is this conundrum I see where, like, do you think that this is fair? And, like, this is just something for y'all to think about. This is not going to any, sex. But when I guess women say that they want a man who's himself, I don't want no man that wears no toupee. I don't want no man that be dyeing his beard and take your hat off. But then that same woman will have on a lace front wig and like those the raven's wing eyelashes and 6-inch nails and stuff like that. So where does that come about where they say they want somebody to be natural and I want a man to be a real man and you got to be dyeing your beard and all this stuff, but then they you know
It's
Can
it's
can I
it's
can I say this, Senna?
it's hypocrisy.
mm,
I
It's
I
hypocrisy.
I think it's and please don't come for me because I'm about to tell y'all something.
Don't
I just
please.
told y'all my husband don't like blue hair, right? So that's what blue tracks, right? Okay. And we all know that color hair is cheaper than the human hair that's like what we call natural color hair, right?
Mm-hmm.
So my husband does not like blue hair. However, he will pay for my $300 braids with the brown what they call it highlights, right? So
Hmm.
my own personal opinion is that those men who hyper focus on women wearing makeup and wigs and eyelashes are broke. I just feel that way because like Urban just said, okay, money, wealth, those people who had it didn't have no problem with women looking that way or dressing that way. And I personally feel that the insecure broke men on the internet that be whining and complaining about can't get no woman be the ones who make that a thing. Oh, she got to be natural. You want her to be natural because you can't afford that woman that you see with her makeup done, her nails 6 inch, like Real just said, them butterfly eyelashes, because all that stuff is expensive. And no, I do not wear, super long nails. I do wear like regular, but that's just me, y'all.
Yeah.
But my husband can afford that if
So
I
Yeah.
want that.
so
Hmm.
So he don't. Go
so
ahead. Go ahead.
Vaughn, so let me challenge your logic on that. All right, since we're talking about it in that perspective. So what about the men who are known as Pookies and Ray Rays and homosexuals? How you feel about them? Because them mainly are the main ones who actually like, women with the colorful hair and hairstyles and have the
Oh
super
yeah.
long nails
They
and
they also are broke, Urban, and they be living off her and her 6 inch $100 nails, and they
yeah,
like her
yeah, yeah, yeah.
because
Of
she
course,
don't pay for them to get
of,
haircuts.
Hey,
of
hey,
course,
Sweet
of course, we could agree that
Hey,
they
hey,
are
Sweet
broke. They could be
Alice.
homosexuals, right? But at the end of the day, they like that, right?
But okay, so
I see what you're saying.
no, I see what he's saying. I feel like those guys like a well put together woman, because they can live with her. Okay, they can eat all the kids' fruit snacks. Now I'm trolling with the kids and the fruit snacks, but it's true.
I'm
It's true.
screaming.
They like her because, like I
I'm
said, they're gonna get
screaming.
their haircut. They're gonna get the new Jordans. They're gonna get the PlayStation 5 that they want. And those are also the women that, in my opinion, they treat bad because they see that she can take care of herself and afford herself the things that she likes. And then they'll turn around and try to like tear her down because them as men, they're not doing what they're supposed to do for themselves. And they can't, keep up with her. So like oh, I like that. I like that. You like it because you benefit from it. But the second you can't benefit from it and you can't gain access to that type of woman, then it's a problem. Oh, I want a humble woman. I don't want a woman that's not too full of herself because you can't keep up. And hey, Miss Alice.
They think too many people are probably gonna chase after that too. Like me, if I want somebody that's like I don't want somebody that everybody wants. That's just my personal opinion. Like you know what I'm saying? That's just me. And there are a group of men out there because when I used to work inside the city, I used to work at this well, I can't say, but I used to just work at this place, right? And it was a group of men, high earner men, who, in their opinion, they didn't like women, and these men had money now, but they didn't like women with makeup because in their mind, and I know this is going to be a shock to some of y'all, to them, and I heard this come out plenty of their mouths. And these are some of the lighter hue guys, like I don't want to say black, white, you know what I mean. They thought it was witchcraft, and they're like, when
Light
any
skinned people.
yeah, light skin or wait, whatever they think that when women put on makeup and stuff, they're like, the women are altering their looks and trying to deceive you. So it's a form of witchcraft. And I used to hear this so much in New York City from these guys, and I'm just like,
From white guys.
yeah. And they thought that it was a form of witchcraft because they're like, when a woman has to do this, I'm so serious.
A white guy stay trying to get with me.
Yeah, no, I believe it.
But
You know
no,
the I don't say the word, but you
mhm.
Jewish. I was knew some of them, and that's what because they don't believe in makeup with their wives. The Jewish community, they don't. believe in that. If
I,
you know what I'm
I've
talking about.
heard
Oh,
of
I
that
didn't know that. I
reel.
didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't know that either, but I've heard of that. What Rio's talking about, men feeling like women wearing makeup is witchcraft, but only on the internet. And
Mm,
it was this lady.
I don't
She had
know.
really bad. She had really bad skin, y'all. And but she put the makeup on, and it was like a whole nother person. And they were in the comment. It was black men, white. It was all men. They were like, "This is witchcraft," but they were joking and trolling. But I didn't. I mean, they could have been serious. I took it as like a joke because I
That's
was. It was
less with
to
a
me. It
woman.
was just like, "Oh my God, she's a different person." But I didn't take it as actual witchery. So that's funny to me.
But
Real
So
but
that.
but when you get to know somebody and you want somebody to see like I don't know like I hope like she's not like going out with people like that and not them not knowing what she looks like for real because even though
Right.
you know yeah I
Did you
mean
know
because
women have to shoot for
I've
that?
seen it too and I Vaughn I use filters I do all that but I like that like I think it's fun.
But yeah, I don't think that's
But
witchcraft though.
I don't think a man is going to think that my skin is like iridescent green. You know what I mean? Like when the picture is filtered. And most of the times when I
Right.
have a filtered picture, I'll literally do hashtag filtered. But
so
whatever.
Now, okay, now this is what I'm gonna troll a little bit. Have
Yeah.
y'all ever seen I'm gonna get you sucker, the movie?
Yeah.
I
Do y'all
haven't.
remember when Senna, you have to watch it. So there's this scene where this beautiful lady's at the bar with I can't think of his name, the main actor.
Yeah.
And Senna, she's gorgeous, she fly, like she's
Mhm.
like seductive. And when they go home, she
Oh, I'm looking
she literally takes off her wig and she's bald. She's got a leg missing. Her boobs were fake. Like now, to me, that's witchcraft. Cause
I
yo,
can't.
when
so
but
No, I want to know. I want to
so let
know. No, I want to know. I want to know. I want to know from the men. Have y'all ever? Oh my gosh, my mom's gonna see this at one point. But have y'all ever been with a woman and like she looked like she's a little voluptuous in the chest area, and then you get a little and it's like fake.
Sitter, you gotta watch the movie because the way you're laughing right now,
No,
you're gonna
no, no,
laugh when
no,
you
no.
see the movie.
No, I want to know have they had that experience?
s- um be, yeah
You
be,
don't have
be,
to talk. Y'all don't have to talk
oh,
about it.
before
well,
I oh well go ahead real go ahead.
I mean, like, just put it this way. I, back in my college days and even after that, I've been with women where, yes, it's like, and it wasn't just that the boobs weren't real. It was like they were pushed up, that, and then, as soon as they take off the dresses, taking off that thingy that holds them together and everything just falls down. And I'm
Yeah, that waist trainer. Yep.
yeah, we're trying like, what? Like, so
Denise,
it's, what is this?
Denise is killing me.
But
What she say?
She's like,
and then the wig, and then as soon as the wig come off, you pulling, and it's like the cornrows going back, and it's just like, okay, like dang,
Wait,
like
wait,
it's
wait.
all
he with
out. So,
when he sees a cornrows, he thinks that he's with what's that lady?
Who?
UNITY?
Oh, Queen Latifah from Set It
Yeah,
Off.
yeah, yeah, yeah. He thinks he's
but
with Queen Latifah.
when I see stuff like that, it's like, I don't know. I would just be like, well, I like you for you, and then I would just be running my fingers through the cornrow, like, this is nice.
No, real. No. Real, don't do it. Don't do it. I'm
you
just
know,
kidding.
no,
I'm
I'm
just
just
Yeah,
Real
so
just reminded me. When I the first
I'm back.
y'all, this is so funny to me because my first date with my husband, I had blue hair.
Yeah, this is
that
like,
is interesting.
I had blue hair. I still have the picture.
Oh my
Sent up.
gosh, that is
Yes,
interesting.
yes,
since
yes.
still.
Huh? What you say, real?
He liked you for you. Y'all still together. He seen that blue hair, and to him it was like, but he still like that.
Right.
Getting at
Yeah,
even
because
Coral, I
he
still
said
like
it was
you.
ghetto, like
Yeah,
Real said, like, oh, it's ghetto, and I'm like, but
still
our
love
first date, and y'all know I have stories for days, but listen, so the very first time I invited him to my grandma's house, I purposely wore a bonnet on purpose
you.
What?
because like Listen, Senna, listen. I did it on purpose because he had saw me with my tracks. He saw me with my braid. Anytime he saw me, I was looking good. Like I was looking great. And I
Yeah.
knew he had a thing for like my butt because I think I told you like the first date or whatever. He gave me a hug from behind and he's like feeling on my butt.
Um,
But when I invited him like to come to my house, I had on a bonnet and regular pajamas. And the picture is actually on my Facebook. If your friends will be on Facebook, you can see it.
mhm.
He has on a beanie, not the bonnet, y'all. I'm talking about the hat, the scub cap, right?
Okay.
And you can see me in my bonnet. But I did it on purpose because I'm like, okay, every time he sees me, I'm looking good, but I know I'm like ugly. And no, I wasn't wearing makeup, but when my hair is done, I feel like I look really good compared to when my
Mhm.
hair is not done. I feel like I'm ugly, right? So I wore the bonnet and he was like, let me see your real hair. I would not
Mhm.
let him see my real hair because it's like, no. But after a while, I want to say I went to his family's house and I noticed everybody had natural hair, like nobody permed their hair either.
Yeah.
So the next time I saw him, I had an afro.
Okay.
And so like I kind of just tested the waters on purpose because
Mhm.
in my own head, I feel like I look different versus when I have hair in my head.
Mhm.
And I
Mhm.
didn't wear like wigs, it was, what's this, like 11, 12 years ago. So,
Yeah.
I wear a lot of, not sew-ins, but like, what we call them, quick weaves
Yeah.
and
2017
braids.
years and the quick weave.
Yeah,
Yeah. And
27.
braids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but I wanted to see if he still, and he did. He still liked me. He thought I was cute, but like I would freak out when it's like, let me see what's under your bonnet. It's like, no, why do you want to see what's under my bonnet? But once I saw that he knew what natural hair was, and like his family, his sisters all would twist their hair up
Okay.
because then you know what I'm saying, then it
Mhm.
made me more comfortable, like, oh, okay, he knows what this looks like, so
Right.
I don't have to be weird around him.
Yeah. 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 I got it. I got it. I get it. I get it. Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. So I want to go back and reference what Real was saying earlier about the white dudes. Now, what he was referencing is that he was referencing a culture of white men who honestly believed that women were witches, and the reference come back to Salem, Massachusetts, when they was doing the Salem witch trials over there. All right, so if a woman wasn't doing anything other than being a woman, they declared them as being witches. You know what I mean, including wearing certain type of makeup. So their mindset is like that because of how the way they was culturally been raised up to believe in that, what I'm saying. So they adapted that and that became their actual worldview even to this particular day. And so the reason why I'm referencing this is because I also ran into on white men that said the same exact thing. And this is not just with black women, this women period, by the way, that they're talking about, that they believe in this for real, real talk. So they wouldn't talk to a woman like that or anything like that. Period. Now for the other part, yeah, I did had a couple of experiences. Matter of fact, a lot of different experiences where women did the same exact thing. Where one woman she was wearing a bra where it made it look like her boobs was bigger than what it was, right? But it was kind of filled in. It was designed to be filled in within the bra,
Yeah.
right? And so
Mhm.
when we end up pretty much doing what we're doing right, when she took that off, she went from a D cup to a A cup real quick.
Mhm.
And so I had that experience. I also had experience of the waist trainer thing where, a woman, she looking, aesthetically nice. Then
Match.
once with that thing came out, bloop, you know. But at the end of the day,
At the end of the day, you
when
still.
yeah, at the end of the day, if
At the end of
we
the day, you
have the
still hit.
moment, yeah, at the
At
end
the
of the
end of the day,
moment,
you
we
still
still
hit.
gonna smash. So,
At the end of the day, you still hit.
yep,
Yeah.
absolutely. We talked about it afterwards, but we
Sorry,
sure
sweet
did.
Alice. Alice, sweet Alice. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. But at the end of the day, he still hit it.
Yeah, I ain't
And
gonna
you
lie.
know what? Let's be. I don't want anybody to feel secure, to feel insecure because I definitely have made something smaller, and I'm gonna make them even smaller. Some men like A cup. Some men don't like big boobs. You know what I mean? It's like some men don't like big butt. Like everybody likes different things. So, just you know.
So this is another thing with women. Y'all have to understand. We like either one or the other or both. We prefer both, but if we could get one or the other, then it'll be practically okay. So you'll have a man who like big
Alice.
boobs, and then your man who have a big butt. But if you don't
Bite
have
size.
none of that, then 9 times out of 10 you're not gonna be chosen unless that is strictly your type.
Yeah, it's some men, that's their type. They like boards. Some men like it.
Not boards.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, everybody has their own. Even with women, we like what we like too.
Hmm.
We might like something that maybe most women don't like or other women don't like. Yeah.
I have to be attracted to your face. I'm just being so honest, y'all. I don't care about if I can't look at you while we're doing it. No,
Okay.
like when I hear men and oh, it's not about looks. I'm like they are lying. They have because
No, they're not lying.
you think so.
I know so. No, they're not lying. They're not lying.
Oh
So,
my
Yeah,
goodness.
yeah.
That's
Let me.
so I
a
don't
man.
believe anybody that says that. I don't believe
No,
anybody
no,
that says
no,
that.
honey. A man will. You might have a big old butt and an ugly face, and he just going. He just going. He always going to be behind you.
Yeah. So
Right.
so
He always going to be behind you. He
yeah.
going.
So
He
let me
going.
let me also give you an understanding of this, Vance. Now, once again, I told you
Not
that
about me.
I told you that men initial attraction is the woman body and not their face, right? So that's where we look at it
Right.
first. So if your body is tight and your face is not all that, then we don't care. As long as your body tight, then that's all that matters to us, But when it comes to dealing with long-term relationships, then it's totally different.
Yeah, I agree.
Because when it comes to long-term relationships, we're no longer looking at the
Right.
aesthetics. We're looking
Right.
at your character. We're looking at
Hmm.
Facts.
exactly what you could
Right.
bring into the
Yeah.
relationship.
Hmm. Hmm.
Right.
Agreed.
Hmm.
Yeah. Agreed. Yeah. Yeah.
Like y'all have to realize, not all men. Like I know some people be like, "No, that's not true." There are some men that are that considered weird, but those men are just. Some men just don't think about stuff like that. Like they just really just. Yes, they can be. I guess pulled into certain things of this 3D realm, and that happens from time to time. But yet you can easily snap out of it. But some men is just. I don't know. Looks are okay for me, but it's that for me, it's not a big huge thing because the way that I'm developed is I go more by energy. That's just me. This is like if you're like that twin soul flame, or we're like tribish and we're compatible. That's what I look for, because when you going for looks, that's what exactly it is. It's looks. You're looking on a 3D realm, and it's just like people try to force people to be what they want, and it doesn't work that way. So it's like, oh, you look good. Now I want you to fit into my fantasy of what I'm thinking. And then they get sadly mistaken when things don't work out. And, oh, this person's this and that.
Hmm.
Because you were going for this,
Hmm.
and you were hoping, making up these fallacies inside your mind that this person was going to fit this realm of thinking of what you thought this person was going to be, and it does not work that way. So as soon as people stop thinking that way, it's like you could be happier. So when men or women be
Hmm.
like, oh, women is this and this and that. Well, if you're going after the good looking ghetto hood boogers, what do you think's going to happen? Same thing with women. Oh, this guy looks, what do you think's gonna happen? Like you're putting something on someone that a lot of times doesn't exist. And this is why I kind of urge people, stop looking online, stop looking at all these places of what relationships are supposed to be, and oh, look at them and this looks so good, and it's like it's the fairy tale. And too many people become enamored with these fairy tales, expecting these things, and it all is doing is pushing people further and further and further apart. When
Period.
nobody's perfect, you just got to
Yeah.
realize we got to go back kind of to the days of old with
All
certain things.
these all these social media relationships. I mean, at this point, people can't even keep it together anymore. They're breaking up because they should have been broken up 10 years ago and 15 kids ago, but that was what bringing them the money. And people do have this fairy tale um perception about marriage that, it's not based on in reality. And yeah, you got
That
to,
is true.
yeah, it
Um,
go ahead.
I'm so glad we're talking about this, and because I just remembered a conversation Jim and I were having yesterday about women and the church. Um, and when we were talking, I went on like this whole rant because you guys know I'm like in church, and I'm in a teaching church. And I recently joined a women's group or whatever, but that has nothing to do with what I'm about to tell y'all. But I'm just trying to tell y'all, like, I have a better relationship with God and who He really is and what He expects, right? So we were talking about preachers because I'm rewatching this TV show called Preacher's Daughter.
I saw that. I saw
And yeah, it used to be on Lifetime Center. I saw somebody commentating on it on
that.
Facebook, and I'm like, oh,
Okay,
let
okay,
me.
okay. Yeah, I saw
Yeah,
it.
I'm
It
like,
looks
oh,
very interesting. Yeah, okay.
yeah, I'm watching it on Tubi if you want to watch it for free.
I
But
see.
so somehow we got on the subject of how us as women dress and how it's distracting for the preacher. And I'm like, well, you know, religious, viewpoint, Vaughn, I can totally understand, like, but I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like, nah, because as ministers or a disciple in Christ, right, you're supposed to go out into the world and minister to people and bring, save souls, you give help them obtain salvation, right?
Mm-hmm.
So as a minister or a preacher, you're standing in the pulpit and a whore walks in from out, off the street. She coming, to church to get saved, and you're distracted by her, um, what she's wearing, um, and you're so and distracted that you're now enticed and you can't preach the word. That is BS,
No,
because
that preacher Ron is a man first.
no.
Okay.
Exactly. But what is living for Christ? Okay, so we have to die to self, right? We have to um uh uh live in the spirit and not in the flesh.
But I
So
mean,
if his
I mean, he ain't raptured, so he still got stuff that he's tangling with too in the flesh as
right.
well. So sometimes I
A
mean,
natural drive is gonna kick in regardless. It doesn't matter. You can be the most well trained. You could be a monk, but
Mm-mm.
just a natural
No.
thing. No, no, no. I'm not talking about
No,
lust.
no, no. Go ahead.
Not lust, but a natural.
Mm-hmm.
Just like a woman will she could be the best woman. And, oh, I'm Sullivan. I'm not gonna. But if she sees the man like
Mm-hmm.
of a natural thing, okay, his shoulders are a little bit broader, and he's like like
Mm-hmm.
this man that's got a salt and pepper beard, just walking down, and just like some women will, it's like the tingle. Same thing for like a man, but it's not a lustful thing. But there's a thing where, like, and I was in college for this, and the natural studies, it's a natural inept ability that we have inside us to be attracted to certain things, just like men with women, whatever. Like some people like curves, some
Mm-hmm.
people like boobs, some people like hips. It's a natural cause that happens. Even if you weren't
Mm-hmm.
taught about it, your body and your mind still gonna, like you could take a Riri person, right?
Mm-hmm.
That don't know nothing about it, nothing. But if they see somebody and see those things, it's just like, like
yeah, yeah.
But
uh,
see that, but like you just described, it's your flesh, right? So if you're a leader in the church and your job is to,
right,
minister to other people, and you're supposed to help them, go be drawn closer to
right,
God. If you can't do your job because I know y'all saying it's not, lust, but it is. If your heart is so easily distracted and tempted, to do something with someone that you're supposed to be, I'm not gonna say saving, but not meant preaching to. Should you be up there in
no,
that pulpit if every woman, because let's just keep
yeah,
it real, it
every
doesn't
single
have to
woman,
necessarily be a whore, But if you're so easily distracted, because now this woman who is a whore, right? We all know she, because they're streetwalkers. Remember back in the day, you know, people used to walk in off the streets to come to church, high, drunk, whoring all night, whatever. And they would go to church, because they wanted to live a different life. But if that pastor, the shepherd, who's supposed to lead the flock is so easily distracted by those who he's supposed to be helping, I don't think that he should be up there. And I also feel that, you know, yeah, you should come to church a certain way as a woman and as a man, right? But
Right.
the leader, the person who's supposed to be helping the congregation, and don't get me wrong, the congregation is supposed to help too. But there are some women, you know, well, I'm gonna say used to literally get off their whole job all night and walk in on Sunday morning. And if the pastor is like, just oh, I can't preach, and y'all Jezebels walking up in here, and
No,
instead of you
ignore it.
ministering to that
You
person.
just
But
ignore it, and like
that's
that
that's
is
that's what I'm
crazy.
that's what I'm saying,
No,
real. they
because
they
if I
don't ignore it. They don't ignore it. They start to project and condemn because, like you said, they look over and this woman and her boobs are out and their flesh is rising up, and it's like, oh, now I'm distracted by a Jezebel, and it's like, huh? Like, where is your strength? Where what's why your spirit ain't where it's supposed to be?
But
Do
but
y'all
for him
get what I'm
to say that,
saying?
but for him to say that, if she doesn't know
Mhm.
any better, right, and she's coming inside that church with those spirits inside of her, some of them just this is how I am, and the come as you are, they're not gonna
Mhm.
know. And what if that's all she got to wear? What if she ran away
Right.
from an
That's
abusive relationship and she had to go on the streets and do that for a little while, and it's like that's all she has to her name is some you know very revealing clothes because I've new females like that. And they're like, okay,
mhm.
I don't know where I can get help from. I'm gonna go to this women's center and I'm gonna go to this church. That's all they got to wear. He
Mhm.
can't say that because, or they could have been getting pimped out. And it's like, I'm
What
sick of this
what
life.
what kind of help? What kind of help are you saying that the okay? She's been working all night. Now she's in the church.
Mhm.
You're just talking about the preacher being distracted by her. You're not talking about the preacher giving her like personal help, one-on-one help, right? You're just
No,
talking about he's
I'm
distracted
gonna
by
say
her.
no, Senna, because I don't believe in that at 32 years old. No, you cannot have one-on-one counseling with me or my daughter or even
Okay,
my son because
okay,
of what we know. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
What I'm saying
because of the
is,
flesh, because of the flesh.
yeah,
So
what
yeah,
I'm saying is how, because the conversation came up because that's like how my husband's church is. Like they are religious, right? And you can't come to church with your nails done because that's enticing to a man. And so my argument, is and was to him, and to men on this panel and in the chat, as a man of God who's supposed to be a leader, and my church, we're trained to be disciples. We're supposed to go out and minister to the people, right?
right.
So if I'm supposed to be a disciple in Christ and I'm going out to women who wear blue hair, right?
Hmm.
I should be strong enough in my spirit, right? I should be, you know, teaching the girls not to, I shouldn't feel enticed to wear blue hair. I shouldn't, you know what I'm saying? It's like, as a leader, as somebody who's supposed to help the people, why am I, using um my shortcomings or a problem that I'm not really supposed to have, right? Because once you're supposed to be saved, you're supposed to be leading other people. What I'm trying to say is that the pastors, the men, the deacons, they use these things as a weapon to shun people away from the church, keep order in the church, when the whole time, God is supposed to change our heart through ministry from other people and from Him, right?
So
Hmm.
So
so
how can you say that you're a true man of God if when a woman walks in the church half naked, you're so distracted you can't preach or you can't teach, or you're tempted to sleep with her. You're tempted to commit adultery. You know what I'm saying?
So
That's
so
what I'm trying to say.
Vance, let me give you the understanding of what they're talking about, and I'm gonna give you this understanding based on my experience of being in ministry when I served as a associate pastor. All right, so when we make that reference talking about that, right, we're not talking about women who are not members of the church, women that come in who are, trying to seek for any type of guidance through, God through, through the ministry. We're not talking about that at all. What we're referenced to is the actual members of that church who are
Right.
dressing like Jezebels
Right.
intentionally so they can want not only distract the pastor but other men at that
Right.
church because they're trying to be chosen.
Exactly.
That's what they're talking about.
Yeah.
That's what we talk about in that time. Because
Right.
we already been taught and trained that we're gonna have different, as we call, spirits that enter into the church, especially with women. So we
Yep.
already been taught and trained how to deal with that accordingly. But the
Mhm.
hard part isn't dealing with the ones who come into the church. The
Mhm.
hard part is dealing with the actual members who become part of the church. Because once when they become part of the church, they feel like that they're entitled, that they can still dress a certain type of way within that church. And when the one pastor or the overseer or the mothers of the church call them out on that behavior, then it's an issue. Now it's, oh, you're picking on me. Now, you need to control yourself. No, you need to control yourself because you're in ministry now and you're representing the body of Christ. And also, it's not the pastor's responsibility to be ministering to per se to the women who's coming into the church. It's the women or the elders of the church who are members' responsibility to minister to them.
100%. Yes.
So that's why
Right.
they say that. That's why they call them out like, yeah, y'all being Jezebel. You're not talking about the ones who are not members. You're talking about the members that are doing that, and they do that still to this day. They're I put it to you this way. Through my experience, I have seen women who are members of the church literally will go into the pastor's study and literally just make up some random bull crap just so they can go into his office and flirt with him. They'll do certain things like they'll go and buy him food. They'll want to cook for him. They'll do all kind of stuff so they can be chosen by that man.
I ain't attracted to not one man in my church.
I'm
And
gonna
it's
give
a lot of men.
y'all another
Not
example
one.
too. I'm gonna give y'all another example too. Pastor Jamal Bryant and his new wife. She did the same exact thing towards him. That's how she got chosen by the dude, because she knew that dude have a certain tolerance or he have a certain type of appetite towards women. So she did what she did to get chosen by that dude.
Wait, Pastor Jay, is that Pastor Jamal in the chat? Hey, Pastor Jay.
Oh no, this
So
Jamal
now,
Bryant. That's what
No,
I
I'm
Pastor
being silly. I'm being silly.
I get what you're saying, Urban. I'm not talking about the actual Jezebels, right? I ain't excusing none of their behavior. I'm saying no, all jokes aside, I'm not.
You said
What
why
I'm
is the man
saying,
in that position? Like if it's showing maybe that he's weak or something like that. It's like if you're like me, somebody, I know how to control myself in a lot of situations. So it's just,
okay, yes, real. You use the exact word. I was trying to refer to spiritual weakness because
Mm,
what I'm saying is because there are, I don't know if they still do it now because I know my church is more about feeding people, and no, my pastor ain't doing one-on-one sessions with
yeah,
nobody. Okay,
yeah,
um. He is my uncle, so I guess you could say it's a little different for me.
yeah.
But from what I know, he ain't doing one-on-ones with nobody, right? Um,
Right. We
but
pray
back
not.
in the day, right, like they used to shut up. But
I'm gonna call
like
meet me
back
in my
in the
office and
day,
close the door.
right. um Back in the day, the church used to go out and minister to, people that were living on the streets in drug life, runaways, like I said, actual whores. And it's like if that pastor is out ministering to a coke whore, okay, no, no disrespect, but why is the pastor ending up on coke and doing the whore when his job was to bring that woman, man, because some of them like men, to salvation? Like,
Vance, Vance, you
Go
already
go ahead. Go ahead.
Vance,
Because-
Vance, you already know the answer to the question. You already know the answer to it. The reason why is because many are called but only few are chosen. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? That's what it boils down to. There are a lot of bad actors out there that pretend
Yeah.
that they are pastors and
Yeah.
ministers and overseers, but in reality they haven't been chosen to do the call of the will of God. You know what I'm saying? So
Absolutely.
that's doing it
Yep.
because it's a quick come up or they could get paid doing it. You
For
know what I'm
Hmm.
sure.
saying?
For
So that's
sure.
where it boils down to. So like with your argument, I can agree with you that there are a lot of bad actors out there, or as the Bible
Yeah.
called them, false prophets. There
Yeah.
are a lot of
True.
false prophets out there that pretend that they are men or women of God, but in reality, their hearts are far from it.
Right.
But also at the same time, what I want you to understand is that there are actual men and women or God out there who really is doing the call of the ministry, and they literally do set boundaries for the church. But there are people who will purposely be sent to violate that within the membership.
Mm.
That's the understanding I want you to get. That's what happens, you know what I'm saying, in
They'll
ministry, that
purposely do it.
they'll purposely
Mhm.
cross your boundaries, or some of them they'll make it into a game. They're like, let me see how far I could go to try to cross this boundary before I can make this
Yeah,
man of
there's
God
witches
break.
that actually really sit there and do that. They're like, yo, I
Hey,
bet you I can
Vicky.
get. You're so right about that. Like they'll sit and talk about it, and amongst themselves, and I bet you I can get him, and blah blah blah. I bet you I can get him to cheat on his wife. He's correct on that.
Hey, Squeaky.
Mm,
And you guys, I also, and I've said this before, John Gray. I also feel like,
He said,
okay, John Gray, like he had his indiscretions, but I've listened to him since then. He's very, very anointed, and I know that he had his. It was more than one. He said there was nothing sexual going on, but I don't know if I don't know if
girl,
yeah, I
let
don't
me
know if
hold my
I
tongue.
believe that. And then he had
Right.
said something bad about his wife in front of his son to one of the women. I think that some men are tempted, some pastors are tempted, and they fail. But I do believe that in forgiveness, and his wife has forgiven him, and since that's happened, he's had really, really strong ministries, and I know a lot of people are gonna like dislike him for life. But I
Hmm.
mean, he's been if he's repented to the Lord, and he's been,
Hmm.
yeah, we're not going to stay here for that much longer, Janice. I want to bring up one more thing, and then that's it. Hey, Squeaky, it's so good to see you. Have a good evening, Janice. Shalom.
maybe
Peace to you. Snuggle with your hubby. Um, so I do believe that you can have moments of weakness, and you still can come back from it, because that's part of the journey, Christian life, anyways. I believe
Right.
in now. Let me tell you something. There might be another preacher who's done it, and I don't think that. And he's come back, and I'm not going to listen to what he says, because I already know it's going to be some BS. You know what I'm saying?
that's
But with
a
Pastor
lie.
John Gray, there's just something about him when he preaches. He preaches to my soul and to my spirit. So God's forgiven him. His wife's forgiven him. I listen to
Right.
him. I listen to him. I get some great stuff from him. But I wanted to bring
No.
something up.
Oh, go
Go
ahead.
ahead, and I just wanted to bring something up real quick,
No,
because we had talked about Kanye, and I wanted to ask something about Kanye.
I want to be clear. I'm not saying that what am I saying? I'm talking about ministry, and how, and you know not to use Jesus as an example, because Jesus was perfect, right? He didn't look at the Mary Magdalene,
Hey, I said
and
what I said.
he didn't lust after her, okay? But what I'm saying is spiritual weakness in the churches, and how we are supposed to judge righteously, like that's why I'm saying, like, I'm not excusing intentional Jezebel behavior.
Yeah,
I'm saying that how when people come to church for
right.
salvation,
Yeah,
instead they're ostracized, and kind of bullied and picked apart, not
yeah,
just by the pastor but the congregation,
yeah.
and how they use people's iniquity
Mm-hmm.
as a weapon to keep them away from church. And even the pastor himself, he's spiritually weak, so he can't concentrate in while he's supposed to be preaching because there's a female, woman in uh in the pews half naked. And what I'm trying to say is that instead of, projecting, his, because she could be sitting there, literally looking to change her life, right? But the moment she walks in the door, it's judgment. And
Well,
oh,
I
you're
don't know.
distracting,
Is it
distracting pastor.
no?
And
You're
go
talking
ahead.
about member, or you're talking about the night walker? Where are we at
I ain't
now?
talking about no I'm not talking about a member. I'm talking
Oh,
about the night walker, right?
okay.
And how, you know people don't, that's what I'm trying to say, people don't listen.
No, it's funny, y'all, because Vaughn and I.
The night
This is
walker.
really how Vaughn and I be talking on the phone.
Right. Right.
I see how Bond is trying to explain it. So she's trying to say, like, by him saying that, like, oh, I can't have women straight walking off the street. I don't care if that's your own piece of the last piece of clothing, or if let's say you were strung out on dope or coke or
Right. Yes.
crack.
Like, it's
Can't
like we're
claim that's not
supposed, and
fair
I
to
keep
that
saying, I
crowd.
don't know why I keep saying we, like I'm a pastor person, but it's like we have a job to do. And that's what I'm trying to say. Like,
If
if
you're
I'm
not
go if
experiencing you ain't gonna know. Like if you're a crack whore
right.
and on if you on that brown, you're not thinking in reality. You're just like, I need help and I'm trying to. You're not thinking about
Right. Thank
your
you,
marriage
real.
or
Right.
on
And
drugs
when,
to your.
yeah,
So it's just
and
like a
people,
cop. If a cop
right,
can't,
people
cop,
go looking
oh,
for help.
you can't sniff this in front of me, otherwise I'm gonna be tempted to do these drugs like some cops do.
Thank
Don't
you. Yes.
don't be a
Yes.
cop. Same thing like a
Yeah.
judge.
I
Or
mean,
if you bribe me,
I will say, if you come to my church half naked, somebody's gonna find something to cover you up with,
Right.
right?
do that. You
Even
don't have to
if
be
you're a
like, oh, this
streetwalker,
person
if
is
you're a streetwalker, hey, I said what I said, sis. And I
Hey,
do want
sis.
to say, yeah, hey, sis. I do want to
my
say, if you're a
favorite.
member and you walking in half naked, you're gonna be walking out in the same breath.
No,
Ain't no
you
com-
deserve to be, okay, so before I say, I'm gonna say this, so in the Bible it does say, like, with newcomers into Christ, you kind of you handle them with kid gloves. I don't know the exact scripture, but I'm sure Urban knows what I'm talking about because he's in minute.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of handle them with kid gloves. But for the older saints, okay, the people that know better, so members of the church, you get them together, okay, you because they know better. But if someone is, and there's a lot of, okay, so I'm gonna give y'all an example. Jelly Roll, y'all know him.
Yeah.
He just won an award. So there's a lot of people, but he's a babe, even though he's grown, and but he's a babe in Christ.
Mm-hmm.
And people are judging him for still swearing. Okay, his wife still dresses a certain kind of way, but they're new in faith. And
Mm-hmm.
like I was saying earlier, when you're really searching for God, and once he shows himself to you, he will convict you along the way. It's not for us as people to say, oh, sinner, you should stop wearing those wigs because God don't like hair. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, some as you grow in Christ, the things that you used to like and made you happy or whatever, they kind of like fall off. And what I'm trying to say is that I feel like the pastors be so weak in their own spirit that they forget that.
Well,
Now,
And they,
now
Jelly Roll. Sweet Alice put it on her page, and I put it on my page too. He has a
hmm
song with one of the guys on Elevation Worship, and he says part of his 'cause I think he's lost a lot of weight, right? And
yeah,
he used to be like
yeah,
drinking and drugging or whatever, but he says
yeah,
in the lyrics, he says in the lyrics, like, Lord, I do this, I do that. But what
hmm
he's working, he's like, the Lord is working on me, and that's where he is right now.
right. But
That's where he is right
the
now.
super the
Have
super
I? I'm a
Christians,
Christian. I'm a Christian. Have I
right,
cursed? Maybe like 3 days ago. It's
right.
just you,
I
you,
cursed today,
you,
but
so so
I mean, you know what it is.
Oh, oh,
I ain't cursed out. I might say one word. I ain't gonna
oh.
say a whole bunch of words. I might say one word.
so so I'm a so I'm gonna say this, son. I totally disagree with that all the
Disagree
way.
with what?
The with the whole concept that that people shouldn't judge, you know what I'm saying, people, because that's part of the call of the ministry. If you're a Christian, that's part of your ministry to do that. And the
Righteous
reason,
judgment.
yeah,
Righteous
we
judgment.
could call it righteous judgment. That's fine. But I'm put to you this way: how you gonna know what you're doing is wrong unless someone tell you what you're doing is wrong?
Mm-hmm.
Because that goes with the whole concept about the law. How you gonna know if you're a breaker of the law if you don't know nothing about the law? If there wasn't a concept of the law to be placed there to begin with in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
So the law is designed to tell people the errors of their ways, to say that you can't do X, Y, and Z. And if you do X, Y, Z, there's going to be the consequences behind the action and the behavior. Same thing in Christianity. They have a set of rules that you got to abide by. You declare yourself as a Christian, fine, nothing wrong with that. You declare yourself to be part of the ministry, nothing wrong with that. But however, they have certain type of rules and this expectation that you got to follow by, period. And so if the Bible is telling you that, and the people are interpreting the Bible to say that the same exact way, then when that person is correcting you, then there should be no issue. You shouldn't get up in your feelings about it. But
No,
that's
it's not
what's
be
wrong.
offended.
Yeah,
Not
you should be offended about it. But that's what's wrong with this modern generation is that they want everything to be sugar coated to them to go
Right.
with their said
Yeah.
lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, we just got called for what
done
it
it
is.
too. Yeah, I've done it too.
I agree with that.
I've been guilty about that too. Yeah.
Right.
I'm guilty
Right.
about it too.
I still say that not all, definitely not all, but some things you once you get that God conviction, it's like you're different because and I'll be transparent. So when I first got saved, y'all couldn't tell me nothing about Beyonce, right? However, I was recently out and about doing my thing, and Beyonce was on, and I did not move at all. Like I didn't shake, I didn't dance, I didn't. And
Yeah.
y'all know yeah, I'm like Senna. I'm proud of myself because it's like, wait a minute, and um, that's something only God could do. My mom couldn't tell me. I said what I said, couldn't tell me. Miss Alice, Miss Alice
Never
could not
mind.
tell me
Never mind.
anything about Beyonce, the church. It wasn't until God really laid it out in front of me, in His way. And I go ahead, Senna. Go ahead.
Never mind. Did I listen to Mellow Bucks this morning? Yes.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, no, Senna. Wait, no. What's funny is I was singing her song last night when I
Her
was on
new
the phone with
song.
my
Her new song. Her new song. Did I listen to Mellow Bucks? Yes, I did. Am I a hypocrite? Yes, I am. Is
No,
Beyonce
like
witch? Yes, she is.
right, Senna. So it's like when I heard, and
Oh,
it was a
and Prince
song that I
Strait.
used
I
to
listen to
love,
Prince
y'all.
Strait too. I listen to Prince Strait
Yeah,
too. Okay,
it's
go
like
ahead. Sorry, Vaughn.
I didn't want to do. I've actually been I just realized, y'all. I've been scrolling past her stuff on the internet. I'm just like I'm no longer Beyonce out, and I knew in that moment when I was in the car, I'm like, that's God because a
Come on
couple
now.
months ago, I would have been like, you know, but yeah. So now that's just what I believe that some things the preacher, your the closest relative, the super Christian that can't tell you something about something that you love and enjoy. Only God can change that about you. And what I was trying to say is that I think a lot of time the church be trying to live by the law and not do things in love, which because when we do things in love, there's just a huge difference in condemning and being very Pharisee like. Y'all know what I'm saying?
I mean that would. I mean that when you say super Christian, that's what I think. That's what I think of.
Yeah.
I, I,
Not
I can
not.
agree
I ain't trying to be around no super Christian. But
with the
Right.
can
you
I
do things.
before real fades out? Can I just ask a question about Kanye? Um, Urban's married. I said what I said.
Not
Oh
too
Lord,
hard.
I
Not
may
too hard
not
on
need
my
to watch.
guy.
I said what I said. Oh Lordy, I may not need to watch this live. Just started going back to church. No, no, no. I said what I said. We just having candid conversations. We're just having conversations that you things that you think of and the ways that and we're asking
That's what it's
questions
called.
and we're
But it's just like a thought provoke, but it's something that
yeah,
we're
yeah,
bringing, like what people think, because we know a lot of
yeah.
people think
What
these
if?
things. Everybody's trying to be holier than thou on the
Mhm.
internet, and it's just like, oh, please stop it, because when you get off here, like,
Yeah, right, right, right. So with Kanye,
I'm gonna turn
okay,
on
so
Mellow Bucks and
Kanye
shake my
married.
butt. No, let me stop.
So okay, Vaughn, this is for you too. So Kanye had North, right, with Kim, his first child, right? And I'm thinking about this because with his wife too is crazy. After Kanye had North, Kim went. I forgot what the magazine was, but she went on a magazine and she posed Bucky bald, naked. Her birth canal was showing. I was just like, how does Kanye? How her mom, her sisters were, oh, I'm so proud of you. You look so good. Oh, I mean, she bared it. She said when she was pregnant, and I was like, I hope she doesn't do this. Like, oh, I'm gonna go on Playboy. So I thought she was gonna do like, or something. She went. I mean, what do y'all think about that? Like, oh, okay. I said what I said. I said she just trolling. Okay, okay. All right, sis. All right, sis. It's all good. What do y'all think about that? Like, what? And Kanye stayed with her after that and had
so
3 more children.
Hmm.
But then with
it,
his
it,
wife, he went somewhere with his wife. He dressed her. She turns around, then she turns back around, and she's got nothing underneath her clothes. Like, is marriage like?
because that's
Is
the
there not
kind of
any
stuff.
sanctity?
That's the kind of stuff that he likes. He's partially an exhibitionist and a freak. And the reason why I can
Mm-hmm.
easily say this is because once he knew that there was millions and millions of spots where it was posted on different IAPs of the internet where his wife got plowed and got her back broken in by Ray J, and it was known, he still decided to, I don't care. You're all over the place. And he was still putting it out there. He's kind of like a freak. Like some men, I think, are just like that. They like showing that off, or oh, he's been with this and
Mm-hmm.
that, knowing, and he didn't care. So that already, it told me, okay, he's one of those kind of guys, if that makes sense. Like I wouldn't be surprised if he's one of those men where, oh, watch me, while we, or I want to see her get pleased. We don't know.
Okay, like Diddy.
Yeah, like he's just,
I
that's what.
wouldn't say all that real. I don't think he would go
Mm,
that far.
you'll be surprised. Listen,
Now,
But see, you know what? I think somebody tried. I think maybe Charlemagne the God tried to come after him. Thank you. I said what I said, and I think that I think when or somebody came after him was like, your wife is, you talking this, but look at your wife or whatever. And I think he reposted her naked,
my
like
point. That, my
oh, okay. Wait, real. Okay, so here. Okay, now I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Okay, I love me some Yay. Okay, Yay for president. Okay, all day. I would totally vote for him. Okay, if But anyway, listen. The thing with Kanye is I agree with Real up until like I want to see her be pleased by another man. I think he liked the attention that he got by having Kim on his side because in their world, social media, celebrity world, she was
mhm.
attractive. She made her own money. You know what I'm saying? She was like a sex symbol, right? I feel I agree with Real on that because I feel that way about Pastor Jamal Bryant. I feel that and no y'all, he to me he's not a pastor, he's a motivational speaker. Okay.
Yeah,
Um I feel he likes the attention from like sexual impurity. That's what I'm gonna say.
sure,
But because he's a pastor and we all know he has a past, he's very sexual.
right,
He likes the attention that he gets of his wife being younger than him, attractive, a boss chick. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I get from Kanye and Kim's relationship. Now, Senna, you asked, well, she did that after she had their baby, but he still stayed with her and they had other children
That's crazy.
because he liked her. That he was into that. He was into the whole my wife, my girl is sexier than yours. She can have all these. And some men are like that because a lot of us, myself, I have stretch marks,
So
okay? But some men like their wife being the trophy wife, the beautiful wife. She's not all, homely looking and stretched out and stressed out from having babies. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
that kind of can feed a man's ego because you know what they say, Senna, real urban. A woman is a reflection of a man. So if a woman is like looking good, smelling good, and other men desire her, you're like winning. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Yeah.
some men.
Yeah.
But I
Some
don't feel
some
like he
men.
was,
Some men.
I don't feel like he
I
was
mean,
winning. I feel like he was losing.
but I'm saying, but then your wife, like I don't want to say a whore, but it's just like, come on now, like she's basically a porn star, and and it's not the
No, she
only
is a
person.
porn star. No,
So
she is a
But
porn star.
real. Wait,
you
wait,
got
no,
She's a
no,
porn
no, no, no,
star.
no. Let me defend Kim just for a little bit, okay? First
Okay.
of all, nobody's back was being blown out, okay? Because Ray J was not hitting it like that, okay?
I
No,
never
I
seen it,
didn't.
so I don't know.
No, no, real. Don't judge me, okay, for what my eyes wanted to see. But
No,
anyway,
her back,
listen.
It's
her,
private.
her back was not
No,
being blown out.
it
Oh,
was not, okay? But
No
real,
diddy,
look
no
at
diddy.
look at
Listen,
it
no
like this.
diddy. Pause, pause, no diddy. But it was not
No,
being blown out.
y'all are
it
crazy.
wasn't. But real, check it.
Pause.
So she went from that. By the way, Ray J put the video out. I can't remember if Kim was
I thought
okay
it was
with it
no.
or
I thought
not.
it was her. I thought it was her.
No, it was Ray J who put it out. Remember,
And then
it
her
got
mom.
lost.
I think her mom.
Yeah,
Her mom. I
yeah,
think
it
her
got
mom like
lost.
helped.
And
It
that
got
song,
lost.
I hit it, I hit it, I hit it first. That song he put out with
Right,
it.
but real. Look, like you said, real. No, you didn't say that. I think you used the big word, but I think what you're saying is that Kanye is like what did you say? Marketing genius, right? So Kim went from being known as that to a reality TV star, made millions of her own dollars, to this super bad chick, right? And Ray J may have hit it first. So what? And I'm saying that so what because a lot of men don't care about women being pure when they first get with them, right? So in Kanye's mind, it's like, oh, she went from this, this loser guy who didn't know what to do with her, here I am. Do you see how he could think that way? Because
Yeah.
remember when she got with Ye, it was because she divorced the non-melanin guy.
Mm-hmm.
She left him to go with Ye. So Ye is a narcissist. So she divorced you to get with me. You know what I'm saying? Like look at it like that, real.
Well, no, no,
I
no.
just know people besides that.
They were both cheating on their significant others when they got together.
It, exactly,
Yeah.
Senna. Like, but remember, they were friends for a long time before they actually got together.
I think
And I'm
they were
not
sleeping.
excusing
I think they
infidelity
were
of any
sleeping.
sort.
I think they were sleeping together that whole time. They were
No,
friends.
Senna, no, Senna, they were friends. They really were like friends.
Kanye,
Yeah, they were really friends. Real don't believe me.
I don't believe that, but
No,
hey,
'cause
Candy
it's like,
K,
I don't know. It's just
Candy K,
like
all
just
day.
in that realm of this. Trust me when I say this. In that realm of stardom and music business and stuff, it's some crazy stuff. Like y'all think and other people know what goes on, and it's like it's not a good, like it's you know what I'm saying. And even
Yeah.
famous stars, like I can be like, oh, blah blah blah, this and that, and it's like I know 100% this person. If I was to say her name, and if I made all types of videos and be like, yeah, you did this and this, that person cannot deny it, and they're like, oh, they can't sue me, they can't do anything because that person knows that I know. Like, if I was to, I can do it. But that's like, and somebody's like, you need to make money and blah blah blah, and I'm like, I don't care about that kind of stuff. It's the work inside the city and seeing so many things. So I could be like, oh, blah 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 this, or Riri, or blah blah, or Cardi B. It's like I said, it's a whole nother realm, and those people are like that. That's why it's easy for them to be accepted to make that kind of money and do this and stuff because they're doing other things. But now some of
Right.
them might fight with the goodness that's still inside them because they're hybrids. That's what I think. And it's like they're trying to do good, but it's like they got good in them and bad in them. You know what I'm saying? Like they're good because they want to believe this in Christ, but it's like part of them got little
What do
Nephilim
you
DNA in them. So it's like
what do you
no
mean
matter
hybrid?
how good they, because some people like that's another story. But no matter how good
Okay.
somebody want to be, it's like they can't like
Okay.
and they can't help it because they got certain blood inside them. They can't.
Okay.
That's what I mean of hybrid. You could pray all you want, you could do all you want, you do all this stuff, and
But you
get
said DNA, so now I understand what you're talking about.
yeah, it's in them. That's why
Yeah.
some people, no matter how much they try to change, they can't. Like
Yeah.
they can get baptized, they can do this,
Right.
do that, and everything. And it's like the evilness or the lust, it won't leave them because
Right.
it's in their
Mm-hmm.
blood. Like the
Mm-hmm.
same thing, like with who fell. They were good, but they still had
Mm-hmm.
bad tendencies. So if you compare that principality to human beings, it's like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, people like, no, yes, that
Yeah.
was a very good being, but that being had bad ways. Like, well, I want to be worshiping, I want to sleep with these women and
Yeah.
these human women. It's the same thing.
Hi there, Candy K. All day. Greetings.
That's kind of how I feel about Ye, real. I feel like he like when he came out with the the gospel tour,
Yeah.
on the album. I feel like that was him like trying to find his way back to the light. You
Yeah.
know, I agree with that. That like especially when you're in that celebrity, in all that money, world. It's like first of all, as regular human beings, as we all are on this panel, I feel like we fight, with our, but we don't fight with our flesh. We're fighting with the, principalities, okay, the rulers of the kingdom of darkness, okay. But um, when you have money to that, I'm sure it can be more pressure because and then when you're out in the public, you have to keep up this image and you have to go to these parties and you have to do a lot of worldly things and you don't really have time or and you could have the desire to pull away from the world, and be like, KJ, calm down, and go to your secret place with God and do right. But I do think that what Real was saying is that no matter what good some people
Yeah.
do,
Uh-huh.
they still have that wickedness. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? And
Yeah.
now I will say this: I don't think that they can't help it. I've been learning about deliverance, you guys, and a lot of times when people get saved or they they're more religious than they are sinner. You're gonna sinner. I just remember something that I have to tell you, but
Okay.
so the women's group that I was telling y'all about, she had said that the older generation is God the Father, the Son, and the Holy
Okay.
Bible, when it's supposed to be the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Mm-hmm.
So when you have people like myself, I had got saved and I was still going through a few things, but
Yeah.
the things that I've been going through is actually spiritual.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not what religion, it's not religion, it's
Yeah.
spiritual.
Yeah.
But when you take out the spirit, the Holy Spirit, and you're religious and everything is like ritual, religious routine,
Right.
we snuff out the spirit because it's okay for the witches and the warlocks, to do what they do. They literally use the Bible, y'all, not actual scripture for
Yeah.
some, but some people are actually you in the kingdom of darkness using Bible, okay, to come
Yep.
out on top. And here you are, people
Vaughn.
like
Vaughn.
who are saved,
Very.
myself, you
Vaughn.
know,
We're gonna talk about later. We're gonna talk
huh?
about later. We're gonna talk about spiritual bullies. I'm gonna
Yes,
text it to you.
Mm,
yes. Okay,
We're gonna have a
mm.
conversation about that. We're gonna have
okay.
a conversation
But
about that.
And
yeah,
sometimes
what
there's
what
bigger bullies that push some witches out the way.
There we go.
right.
That's
But
it.
I've been learning that because remember when I first got saved and I'm like, oh, I always wanted to be a church girl. I wanted to be, Sister cool on Sunday. But what
Mhm.
I've because she was saying, like, us younger people, we can't do religion, in the Christianity way, because nowadays spiritual anything, even the literally the Holy Bible that is full of spiritual things, is looked at as evil and witchcraft. And it's
Mhm.
like, no, if you read your Bible and you study your Bible, um the spirit is all up and through there. But when you have us, a lot of the older generation call it new age, Christians, because we're talking about spiritual things, we're discerning spiritual things, we're
Mhm.
experiencing spiritual things, and we can
Mm.
call them out. And
Mhm.
they're saying
None of
that,
it's new age. Nope.
right, real.
None
It's
of
like,
it's
oh no, y'all are,
nope.
y'all are being so negative. And it's like, no, literally right here in the Bible, we have to
Everything that
fight
people
against these
call
things.
new age, I found it in like everything that people say,
Right,
like, oh, like manifestation, all this other stuff. It's just doing it
right.
inside the good way. Like when he was praying for the clouds to come by, and he kept thinking about it, praying it, and he kept sending John. Can you see if you see clouds outside? Because he kept thinking about it, sitting down by the tree. Everything that you can think of, is like, oh, spirituality. What does God say to do? Worship me in the spirit, like speak to me in the spirit.
Exactly.
Oh,
Right.
spirituality, that's new. Like everything that these people are saying, it's just that somebody seen that and put it into even the word illuminate, become illuminated. Did you know that that's inside the scriptures and about it? But people were like, no, and it's like point them, and then they shut up and don't know what to say.
Yeah.
All that stuff is not. It's not new age. It's you can find it.
Yeah. And what long story short, y'all, what I was trying to say is that the older generation is it was kind of, they were, and I'm not trying to diss the older generation. I'm not saying anybody from the older generation is without the Holy Spirit. That's not the point that I'm trying to drive here.
Right.
It's that the church is all about religion, all about routine, all about, the building, and not the spirit of God.
Yeah, they
And
If
don't
you're
that's,
not
teach
going to
you
the
that.
yeah,
right church, if you're not going to the right
right,
church.
right, Senna.
Real quick,
And
Joshua, you can put your Cash App. You can put your Cash App in the chat. You've been doing very, very well. He's been dropping everybody's link.
Thank you.
Y'all hit up my
that's
my
Joshua. Yeah. Hey,
yeah,
Josh.
Josh. Yeah, Josh,
Um,
you can put your Cash App in
but
in the chat.
yeah, the what I
I
was
got
trying to
you.
say,
Yeah.
y'all, is that my
Sorry.
generation of, no, Senna, I'm just trying to make sure I keep
Yeah,
my thought right.
yeah.
My generation of women, the generation behind us, is the reason witchcraft and voodoo and all of that spiritual bad stuff is more okay for my generation and the generation behind me, is because the church um isn't the Father, the Son, and the Holy Bible. I mean, and the Holy Spirit. They're the Father, the Son, and the Holy Bible. And so the generation coming up is like, well, this doesn't make any sense, because y'all are saying that all of this is of the devil, but it's right here in the Bible.
Right.
And that's why they're clinging to things outside of Christ and outside of God, because the church is without the Spirit of God and
Mhm.
all of the things that the Spirit of God can actually do in our favor and for our
Mhm.
protection and love. Okay, but yeah, go
Mhm.
ahead.
Yeah,
I agree.
I've been listening to y'all. I'm just so busy trying to design my thumbnail for my own podcast episode today. But
No
this is
problem.
this how I feel about the situation with Kanye and um, him choosing the women that he's part of. First of all, just dealing with Kanye versus on your spiritual or religious level. I honestly believe that Kanye really is trying to do things where he can be closer to the creator
Mm.
in its own way, but I also believe that Kanye do have a lot of mental issues that he's battling with as well too. So people have to
Agreed.
consider that. Now, with that being said, this is the reason why he was choosing the women that he wanted to be with. Kim and all them. It's strictly because of aesthetic purposes. You know what I mean? Because men like him, they typically try to find women who look a certain type of way so their image could reflect that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Their image is different from, like athletes. You know what I mean? Like
Okay.
athletes, they'll go for them type of women, but it don't matter to them. But for us like celebrities, rappers and stuff, yeah, they have to fit that image for their image. They have to look for that type of women for their image. So that situation no different with Kanye when he went after the Kims and all these other type of women as well too. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, it just really just dealt with Kanye holding himself accountable for the choices, decisions that he made throughout his whole entire life. That's where it boils down to.
Hi, Rinky. Yeah.
And one more thing, I almost forgot, y'all. The whole point in me going on that whole rant was that some people do get saved, but because the Holy Spirit is like not okay in some churches, casting out demons, deliverance. A lot of people get saved, and I believe Kanye needs deliverance. But anyway, they get saved, and because of all the spiritual things that are attacking them, what they're going through, what they've come into agreement with, they haven't been delivered from. Because I learned that I've repented for some things, but I need to be delivered from some things. And I'm like, I'm talking to somebody, and I'm like, isn't that extreme? Because when we watch scary movies, it's like, oh, they need to have an exorcism, or such and such need to be delivered. But there's a huge difference in just going to God and repenting for your sins. Some things we've come into agreement along the way on purpose, on just life or whatever, we actually need to be delivered from. So when you see people getting saved, and then they go out into the world, and then they turn around real, because you were saying like some people just can't help it, it's because they haven't been delivered from whatever it is that that they seem to have the can't help it. You know what I'm saying? Or it's like, oh, such and such just can't shake that addiction, because some addictions isn't just about putting down the cocaine or putting down the alcohol. Some people need deliverance,
So,
from the things that they have picked up along the way.
so
But
And
that's all I want to say.
some people don't want deliverance. Remember, there are stories where God has hardened people's hearts. Like if He
Yeah,
knows that that's what you
yeah,
want, and He knows you won't change because that's what you truly want. That's what I mean by those people who can't. He will harden your heart and sear. What does He say? Sear your mind with a iron rod and that's what you want. So that's what He'll give because He knows like you're not gonna. There's no
yeah.
so
deliverance, no change, no nothing.
Wow.
So so I believe that when the person do that confession that you're talking about in Romans where they declare that they're saved, right? I believe that every person that confess that, right, I honestly believe in everything in my heart that they are saved. You know what I mean? Without a shadow of doubt. But this goes to the part what y'all talking about, the deliverance. You know what I mean? It's one thing to confess that you're saved, based on Christian criteria, right? But when it comes to literally repentance and deliverance and you turn away from, your ways, that's what people be dealing with. Now, at the end of the day, I also believe that a lot of people, a lot of people are dealing with mental issues who are a part of the church. And no matter your position in the church, a lot of people are dealing with mental issues for real. And
Right.
instead of them getting help and dealing with that accordingly, they use religion to cover it up and say that it's okay to be this way or to behave this way as long as I got the Holy Spirit in me. You know what I mean? So,
People be doing it.
yeah, literally, you know what I'm saying? So that's why that's why I believe that the modern day church is in the condition that it is right now. You know what I'm saying? Where people are really struggling with their deliverance. They're not struggling with salvation. They're literally struggling with the deliverance of what y'all talking about. With the deliverance with certain type of addiction, mental issues, all kind of stuff. And I honestly believe that in this modern culture right now, I believe that religion needs to start adapting to ways of how they could help people deal with their mental issues for real. When I was in ministry, right, one of our requirements in order for us to get ordained was for us to take psychology. so we can understand the human mind and human behavior. I
Yeah,
believe that
ministry school.
that don't need to be a prerequisite. I believe that need to be a requirement that
Mm,
a pastor or an overseer need to be licensed
mm.
as either a therapist or a psychologist. Why
Oh,
doing the work on the ministry too, so they can
okay.
understand people behavior for real, so they could be able to navigate through all these different behaviors, and then they can also, since they're licensed and everything, right, they can actually
Right.
minister to people and give them a prognosis or they illness that they dealing with, whatever type of mental illness, and be able to help them accordingly towards their way.
I think that's a great idea. I think that is a great idea.
I do agree with that
I think that's a great
to a
idea.
certain extent, because I know a lot of people say like, "Oh, I believe in this and the power of this and the power of prayer," but yet they still, "Oh, I'm gonna take my kids and put them on this medication or
Hmm.
this one's acting up." But it's like, what happened to the whole soul? You're in the church and your power of prayer, but then your kid is on medication, just like
Spirits,
drooling.
I call it, and no disrespect to anybody who's going through that, but what we were talking about spiritual weakness earlier, spiritual laziness. So in response to the whole deliverance thing, it had come up that someone, had mental health issues, and the church should be casting the demons out. And I'm like I said, like, isn't that extreme? No, not not when
But
we
if it's in the
under.
scriptures, right? But why are people doing it? Like you never see somebody be like, you know what, this person has this, and this is talked
Hmm.
about. This person's crazy. It's like I've seen this plenty of times, y'all. And I'm gonna just say this
Hmm.
real fast, where people have started kind of going crazy, right? And oh, I'm throwing stuff, or no, you said you're gonna give me some food and F that, and start arguing with the pastor or people inside the church. And it's like I be waiting for the pastor or the ministers to like pray, and I'm like, let me see if this is real. And the first thing that they do, there's no, oh, in the name of this, and oh, come on, somebody call 911, call the police on this Negro, and I just be like,
Right,
what,
right. And
what
truth
is
be
it?
told, real, that would be my response too. Until, like I said, recently, really, y'all. I'm really learning a lot about spirit. Okay, the Holy Spirit, the spirits, that's just like around us all the time. And the church has not. Here's my own personal belief that because of all the distorting of the Bible and the distorting of the
Yeah,
Holy
it's not
Spirit,
strong.
Uh,
right, it's hard for people to actually believe that, because even myself, this
Yeah,
is literally my
they
own
would have to call the
testimony,
police.
right, that when someone has mental health issues, that you can cast that demon out of them. Because, and I'm gonna give y'all a really good example. So the over the weekend I was at my grandma's house, and it was a late night, old school ministry. His name was Henry something. I can't think of his name, but y'all, the he was preaching about faith, and I was all into it. I'm literally laying in my grandma's bed, and she came in and she was about to turn it off, and I was like, "Hey, I'm watching it." She's like, "Oh, my bad."
uh,
And y'all, he was going, and I'm telling
mhm.
y'all, I'm all into it. And then he's like, sow $1,000 right now. Open up your credit card. Be obedient, and have faith in God. And y'all, when I tell y'all, my shoulders went from like by my ears to really down, really, really low. And my grandma, she stood up and she said, "I just want you to know, be careful." Like, I didn't say anything.
Yeah.
Keep in mind, this is her TV, this is her house. Like, hold on, y'all.
I don't know when it comes to that. Like this is why, like say for instance, on my lives, like if people want to
What's
give
on
out
your
of their,
camera reel?
oh snap, I'm sorry about that. Like on my life.
Yeah.
I don't never ask nobody for no money. I don't ask nobody to drop super chats. I don't ask nobody for likes. That's just my personal belief. I feel like if people want to give, and if it's God sets it upon somebody's heart to give to me, that's how I feel. But that's just me. I'm not gonna be like, oh, you need to blah 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 and so $1,000. It just, I just feel the way that the universe works and with God, it'll put it on them to want to. And if that's for you, that's just
And
how I
that's
think.
why,
Yeah.
and that's why I say about my church, the one thing that the one thing is when it comes to what do you call it? Tithing. First of all, nobody passes around a collection plate. Like, okay, you pass around a collection plate. You see what the next person puts in the plate. There's a box outside
That's how
where
witnesses.
nobody can see it.
Yep, that's how
Nobody can
Jehovah's
see it.
Witnesses churches work. Yep.
And you get an envelope. You put whatever the Lord tell you to put in an envelope, and you put the envelope in the box.
And and it's
Nobody sees it.
discreet. Nobody knows who.
Nobody sees it. Nobody knows. But the brothers
Yeah.
never ask for money because they know that it will come.
When I tell
Also,
y'all,
you can also sometimes I don't put the money in the box. I give the money to a homeless person, or I give the money to somebody who needs it that I see that needs it.
That's still tithing because you're giving to the church. Like somebody's a believer, right?
Mhm.
And then it's like, because what do they say? Oh, thank you for this, and they be like, thank you, God. If that person is a believer, right?
Yeah.
You're still giving to the church. The church, people keep forgetting the church is the people.
Right.
The place of worship is the place of worship.
Yeah,
But if
that's
you're
good.
giving to this, because it says that, give to the poor and take care of the widows, that is one of the greatest, best things that you can do, right?
Absolutely.
You're still giving to the church, if that makes sense.
Yes, that
Like
makes a
people
lot of
don't
sense.
get it. And it
Right.
says that to help them out. Those are the two greatest, the greatest, it says the greatest religion of all is what? Helping the homeless and helping fatherless children. And I was like,
Mhm. Yeah.
it says that.
yeah, it was so disappointing.
I'm
I was
I'm
so
sad you
like, I
haven't
don't.
experienced. I'm so sad you haven't.
Yeah, it was like, and she's like, I just want you to know. And y'all, my grandma has really good discernment, and
Mm.
it was like she turned around because like the way her bedroom is set up, she has like one of those things where you can like like a couch where you can sit at the end of the bed,
Yeah.
and she
What do you
just
call
turned
it?
around.
Yeah.
What is it? What is it, Senna?
Is it an ottoman?
Yeah,
No,
a ottoman. There we go.
a chase. Oh, go ahead.
A chase. There we go. Yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
and it's like
I love
I
those.
just want you to be careful, because some of these people are wolves in sheep's clothing. And y'all, it's like, I was like, I'm just this is what I
Yeah.
told her. I said, I'm just so disappointed because his
Yeah.
message was so powerful. And then he's like, oh, open up a credit card. And it was like, open up a credit card. Why would you tell people to be obedient to God? It was like, oh my God. Like,
I don't
I
think you're
was
supposed to
so
give off
Don't tell
credit
your
cards.
disappointed.
kidneys.
According
Don't
to
tell
the
your
old
kidneys.
rules, you're not supposed to lend off credit or something like that. According to
Real, buddy, the borrower is a slave to the lender. So when he's like, open up a credit card, I'm like, you're like, don't get me wrong. Okay, I've borrowed money. I've had issues where I have to borrow money right now, right?
No, that's not
But
the same
if
thing, though,
my
Vaughn.
pastor, no,
That's
no,
not the same thing.
but it's like, but a pastor telling me to open
Right.
a credit card, go
Yeah.
into debt,
Inappropriate.
to serve God. God doesn't want debt money. I know that.
Inappropriate.
He don't
Yeah.
he don't want you borrowing
Right.
money to pay him. He
Come
wants
on.
your money, your hard-earned money that you're giving from your heart to his. But he
now
don't
you got
want
to
you
pay
to like,
interest back on that credit card money.
right. It was
Come
like,
on.
what?
Make it make
Yeah.
sense.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Very disappointing, guys. Very
Yeah.
disappointing.
All right, y'all. Almost been 3 hours. I have enjoyed.
Right.
Next week, it's a weekly thing. We'll be back on Reels page. I have nothing else to say, but I love you guys. I thank you guys for coming. Everybody who popped in, thank you very much. And that's all that I have to say. Anybody else got something to say?
I'm good.
Thank you, special
Great
guest.
Oh no, I'm
live,
good. Appreciate you.
Senna.
Great love.
Great live. I'm so proud of you. Like I said, I
Oh,
haven't been on YouTube, but I see you doing your thing.
Oh,
I'm
sir.
loving the cam
oh,
ups. I'm
Right?
loving the hair, the makeup. I'm just loving
thank you.
seeing your beautiful
I
face.
know.
And hopefully
Oh,
I will join y'all soon. Hopefully,
you will.
I
Yeah,
can get
yeah.
my
I don't know.
setup
Cam
going
up.
and I can join y'all.
Making us cam up and you hiding not camming up is just like,
So
no, it's not
pretty.
fair. I'll show my
Blanca
big
Cam,
dome.
she's so pretty. She's so pretty.
I'm working on some things in the background.
Yeah,
So be
yeah,
looking for me. Be looking
yeah.
for me.
So, and you guys, yes, our special guest, Ron might be our special guest or not. Thank you, Urban. Thank you, Drip King. Alice, I repent of anything I said. But this
We love you, Miss
conversation,
Alice.
we have really good conversations. And I really appreciate you guys a lot. Really appreciate you guys a lot. Yeah.
It was good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, the tribe vibes, I call it.
Tribe vibes. I love it. Love it. I love it.
And like I said, if you're seeking to fulfill a better life in Christ, repent today. You can do it at home. Open up I think, what is your Bible? The Roman. You know what? I will say that next time I actually remember the scripture, but I know it's in Romans. Okay.
Okay.
And
Next time
I hope,
we're gonna talk
yeah.
about. I'm gonna text it to you so we don't forget. But spiritual bullying,
Oh yeah, I will be
amongst
here.
other things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a good one. That's
Yeah.
a good one.
Yeah. We got to get there. We got to get there. We got to get there.
Some people use their spiritual things to bully people, and there's other people that see it right for what it is, and then they
Hmm.
come in and swoop down, and it's just like, hi, you don't have control over these people anymore.
Amen, real.
I'm sorry.
So it was yay for president for Alice, for sweet Alice. That's all.
Oh, hush, Miss Alice.
Everything else was cool. Sweet Alice, you know what I mean? She can hang, but it was just yay for president for her. That's it. That's it. Earlier she was like, not yay for president.
Listen, I have.
Look at our president now.
I want to have a live. I really do.
You've
And
been
I
so
want.
shy, Vaughn. Like you've been so shy to do a
No.
live. What's going on?
Well, like I said, I have a lot of stuff going on in real life. Okay,
Okay.
praise God though, because we're good, y'all. We're blessed. Like
Yeah.
all jokes aside,
Praise God.
but no, I haven't really had the energy to give to
Okay.
really deliver and be me and not just be all over the place. So,
Okay.
but
Okay.
I have an idea, and I'm gonna run it by you, and then I want you to tell real. I don't want to say out in the front.
Okay.
I have an idea,
Okay.
and you
Okay.
guys talk to each other, and then you
Okay.
talk back to me.
And y'all, listen, we got a beautiful tribe. Our tribe is blessed. Um, my mom, she knows everybody. Everybody's getting prayed for. Our tribe is blessed. We bless each other. We joke. We have serious conversations. We might not agree on everything, but I tell you guys this before. I'm gonna tell you guys this again. I'm really grateful to have you guys in my life. I'm talking about the people in the chat too, the tribe. And it's gonna get bigger and bigger. But I really appreciate you guys. I really do. I really appreciate you guys. I really appreciate I appreciate you wanting to do this series with me. I'm very, very honored that you would think about that. And Vaughn, you're my little sis, and people might think it's funny, but I get a lot of good advice from Vaughn. And that's why I love her so much, because she ain't never gonna steer me in the wrong way. And I know that, and I'm glad that we talk, sis, and I just really appreciate you guys. I just really, really do appreciate you guys a lot.
No problem. And so I'm gonna give you a smile and not give you one of the. I don't
Yeah.
see
I'm glad
you.
I
You don't hear
came.
me.
I missed y'all.
And we
So
appreciate the
glad I
prayers
came.
too, sweet Alex. We appreciate the prayers, and sweet Alex, we appreciate you're very, very faithful to God to bring us verses every day. I said I'm gonna start reading. We have a book called Morning Revival. I said I'm gonna start reading my morning revival, and I think that's what I'm gonna start doing randomly. I might do it when I get to work. I might just do it there, even though it's you're supposed to do it in the morning. I might do it then and then read it again for myself. But sweet Alice, you're very, very, very much so appreciated. Very, very, very much so. Yeah.
She alright. She
No,
alright.
she's better than I.
I'm messing with her. No, I love Miss Alice. I do. I do.
Yeah, she's the sweetest. My
Where's she
Brilly
been
Boo. Yeah. Yeah. All right, y'all. This is the end.
All right. Bye, everybody. Thank you, Senna, for inviting me.
You,
Definitely, definitely needed a moment,
yeah.
to have what if conversation,
Yes.
all over the
Yes.
place talk. I appreciate
Yes.
you so much
Yes.
for that.
Yes.
Real buddy, I love this side of Senna, and I give credit to you,
Yeah.
okay, because like, me and Senna are like the oddballs together,
Mm-hmm.
but I
Mm-hmm.
feel like we can totally be odd with you, real odds and
Yeah.
even. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I
Yeah.
thank you, and y'all keep it up. I love y'all shows,
Yeah.
and Senna, I am so very much proud of
Oh
you,
my
sis. I
God.
really am.
Thank you. Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you. Is good. Like, look at that. I'm gonna call it Rock V. Realize,
Vaughn.
Cinema, and yup. Rock V.
I'm screaming. What did
No,
I
but
say?
you guys,
I
but
love
you
the real
guys.
Senna show, or what did I say? I
No,
love
but you
the
guys, but we
yeah.
understand. We understand each other. Like we're not. You guys aren't weird to me. You guys are normal to me. We understand each other. Okay.
That part. That part.
It's been lifetimes, right?
Yeah, right, right. And more shall come.
Yes,
And
yes.
more
I
shall
love y'all.
come.
I know that.
Hallelujah. Josh, please put your. I'm not going to go till you drop your. Y'all can go if you want to, but Josh, please drop your Cash App. I'm gonna hit you up right now, buddy. And then y'all just go run Josh's playlist because we need to get him monetized. Y'all hit up Real. Anybody in the bushes, hello, hi. Anybody who catches the replay, hit up Real. He ain't gonna say this, but when he goes live, hit up the super chats and send those gifts. And thanks for coming in. I got 225 crown for super high score. Josh, drop your Cash App. What's going on? Or I'm getting off. Oh, you got a crown. I don't know what that means.
That's a score for the crown. You know, like when you go inside people's lives and you get points for whoever has the most interactions or something like that.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So he dropped it. Josh won Gabriel. I could have done that. I could have done that. I remember that. Yeah. All right, buddy. Thank you, Joshy Poo. All right, y'all. A time was had.
Oops.
Bye.
All right, y'all take it easy, y'all. Bye.